Hello, precogs and VOD squad.
Welcome to more Dark Souls streaming. Continuing off with the DLC before the eventual, of course, Gwyn boss fight with Sir Husbando.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're doing DLC, or are you gonna go?
I did find Sifafa. So.
Fun fact.
And now he's dead.
Oh, you didn't?
I quit out.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess that's what happens. Well, I got a great shield.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Well, if you want me to look it up, you can resurrect Sif if you fail with a cheat engine.
I didn't know if you quit out, that would actually just automatic kill him.
It kind of doesn't make sense, because the power goes out and things like that. But
I killed all the enemies around him, and then I was like, I should wait for stream for this. And then...
maybe that's all that happens. Maybe you succeeded then.
Well, I don't know. He was still in the whatever thing.
I think that's all you gotta do. Hey, or honeydew.
What up? How's everybody's Sunday nights going? Can you not make annoying noises?
I did it once and it sounded so cool, I thought you'd appreciate more.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on, guys, listen to this. It's quite symphonic.
How would I ever live without that music?
Mm-hmm. So you gonna fight the boss now?
Yeah. If I can remember where to go in this darkness.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't be the Abyss if it wasn't dark. So, fair enough.
But there's so many dark levels.
Yeah, well...
I guess it is Dark Souls.
There's only two. Well,
no,
it's hard to see in every single area of Dark Souls.
Well, the castles are fine.
Castles.
So yeah, obviously this is the better route to go to because you can kill that caster before they start firing at you.
If you have the same lighting in every area, I guess it gets boring, but...
No.
I don't know. I mean, it cuts
well,
down...
there are rainy areas in Dark Souls too, but you can still see.
Yeah.
It's not like this.
I think it's important for the player to be able to see stuff as casual as that makes me.
Yeah, I would agree. It is important. I, for one, like seeing things when I'm playing games.
There's that balance, right, between super basic, loser, everything is super way too easy, and then
that hits me?
I wonder...
Where am I?
By the way, I have no idea how to beat this guy.
Is that a summon thing?
Did you see something in there?
I thought I did, but I don't know.
Well, there's Dusk is on the ground in there.
Oh, that might be what that was.
And she has a gold dress, so... Oh, I totally forgot to fight Calamite in my playthrough. But with Cheat Engine, you can toggle... You can, change which New Game Plus mode you're in. So I think what I'm going to do is get here in New Game Plus and then change it to regular game, and then play Calamite, and then use the thing to resurrect the boss, and then change it to New Game Plus and beat him twice. Assuming I am able. I find my Scythe character to be the most enjoyable character to play as.
Well, the Scythe is pretty overpowered in the game.
I suppose so.
You can get so many humanities in this DLC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Am I going the wrong way?
I don't know.
You know, they're like always different colors when you look at them again, so...
Oh, when you reload, yeah.
Yeah, it can get confusing. Yeah, there she is. So you don't have to deal with that, you know.
Clever.
Oh, that's why this walk
And then
back is better.
Oh, okay. Okay. The boss isn't at the end of this one, though. It's like another one. Yeah, this is like really long. The boss is at the end of one of these kind of things, though, right?
The boss is right there.
Yeah, but it's at the end of one of those kinds of like walk down things.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Like a broken piece of a statue or whatever you just walk down.
No, that's the boss room right there.
Mm-hmm. But before the boss room, you walk across a thin thing. Oh, but it's just a cave floor.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing else. It's just boss.
Hey, Lowry. What's going on?
Hey, you know, call me old-fashioned, but I do feel like if, like, it doesn't visually show him touching me, it probably shouldn't count as a hit.
Mm. True enough.
I can't get up.
What do you think about the idea that, like, what you're seeing in the game is supposed to be an approximation of, like, a thing you imagine? You know, like, if you're playing a turn-based game, and then...
I don't like this boss.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot easier with this scythe.
You want to go get the scythe?
No.
Okay.
I want to play the way that I want to play. And I want the
Okay.
game to let me play the way I want to play.
Just preaching the good word of scythe and Gravelord Greatsword Dance.
I was too.
Yeah. You should really dual wield implements and double cast Gravelord Greatsword Dance.
Yeah, that's a good use of my time.
I bet chat would not be opposed to me, like, using a cheat so you have infinite Gravelord Greatsword Dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me just get on that.
I saw someone did a challenge run of Gravelord Greatsword Dance, and they had, like, only, like, 20 views on the video, and I was like...
this one?
Oh, you actually gonna...
No, it wasn't that one.
In order to cast, the miracles? The sunlight one, oh, no, you know what? I think it's the basic talisman is the strongest for you. Are you actually gonna try to cast?
It might be funny. Even if it doesn't work.
It's not gonna do, like, anything.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, he might be weak to miracles, so it could do good damage, actually. Not like enough to, like, kill him, but it could, my guess is gonna be, like, 400 something. And I think he can only get hit by one instance of it. Unlike, like, later games. In Dark Souls 2, you could do a shit ton of damage to somebody because if you went into a small room...
And then, there.
Yeah. Wow. We had this invader one time, when, I was playing with a friend, and he went into the bonfire in, Drangley Castle right before the Nishandra fight. And it's a very small room the bonfire is in, and we just started laughing, and then my friend ran in there and just used the Chaos Firestorm, and it just filled the whole room with pillars of flame because it's condensed by whatever space you're in. It doesn't just go through walls. So the entire room is
Take this.
Oh.
Take this. I mean, this is like the slowest spell ever, isn't it?
Okay, he's locked into that for a while. There it comes.
Hell yeah.
Did that do 55 damage?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, most of them didn't even hit, so I mean, you know, it is what it is.
You know, I'm starting to think. I hate to say it, but I think maybe that's actually the fucking worst spell.
What?
But,
you just gotta believe.
but like, you know.
Yeah, that's just, it's garbage, man.
You know, like, style counts for something.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
Oh yeah, totally.
He should just die. That's right. I wonder if there's enough cheats that I could use to make that viable. Like, if I could make it just, like, never stop just stabbing swords out.
Yeah.
Do you want to get the Chloranthy ring now that I know where it is?
I mean, it wouldn't really make much of a difference here.
Yeah, I'm just thinking all loud. Chloranthy ring, or maybe, like, another, Estus upgrade? Because you don't...
You said the other Estus was like somewhere in Blighttown or something?
So there's one in the Undead Parish, which that's the one you have, I assume, 'cause it's just on that altar. There's one in Blighttown by a bunch of dogs and guys with toxic blow darts. Then there's one in New Londo that's at the edge of a bridge that is protected by ghosts. And then you can kill the Firekeeper in Anorlando. You can kill the Spider Lady. And they both give one of those thingamajigs.
No summons for this fight, right? Since it's like DLC.
I'll look it up. Also, hey neighbor, if I didn't say that. He has 6,000 health.
Ooh. I guess maybe fast drawing is something?
Hang on. It is possible to summon Sif. There will be a white summon sign near the middle of the room.
Assuming I didn't kill him by quitting out.
There will be a white summon sign near the middle of the room, behind and to the left where you start. That will summon Sif to aid you in his puppy form.
Aww. That's adorable.
You were right. It's in the boss room. The summon sign can be a little difficult to reach due to the boss's quick attack rates.
Okay. So I did see it.
Yeah. While you were human.
Why is it in the boss room? That's fucked up.
It is fucked up, yeah.
That's really. I mean, I guess it. Popper can't get lost. Okay. Well, once I fail this run, I'll go summon Sif.
Okay.
I got all these humanities, might as well.
Yeah. It will scare him away because he has no dance skills for a dance off. Okay.
Oh. Alright, that was quick. You know another thing? This, like, boss room isn't well lit enough, and that's one thing, right? But then this guy is so big and dark, and he just covers up your whole body as part of his attacks.
One might even say Abyssal?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but if I had to say that.
So.
Yes, sir.
No, this is a D&D thing.
Uh-oh.
So Lowry, you think playing Light Wizard, or Light Cleric. I think it's a good idea. I think it's very fitting. I'll tell you what I would be strongly tempted to do, which would make pretty much every DM quite cranky. I would be very tempted to play Forge Cleric. Now, Forge Cleric has this ability where, like, once per day, or like not once per day, they can use clerics have some feature where they do something. What does it do? It's like they have something like twice a short rest or something. I don't know. It does some stupid shit, like you can detect ghosts or something, or you can detect good and evil or something dumb. So you could use it's that feature, but it's that like a resource, but the Forge Cleric can use that to transmute a pile of metal, or it doesn't even have to be metal, it can be any materials that have a certain value to it, into any object that is up to 100 gold pieces in value. So, what I would do, this is probably makes me a bad player, but I would look up the value of a cannon in like 1600 or whenever the fuck this campaign is going to take place, and then I would see if it's under 100 gold pieces. Probably not, but that's immediately what I would try to do. And then I would try to devise a way of carrying many loaded cannons on like a giant wagon, or like a huge like rack of cannons.
Okay.
Because a cannon takes 1 turn to shoot, 1 turn to reload, 1 turn to aim.
Now I just gotta look for his summon sign. Please fucking. Whoop, there he is.
Nice.
Oh fuck. Help me, Sif. Be a good boy. Be a good boy.
I like how they simulate like the little lag in the Phantom connecting.
Oh my god!
Honestly, I did not see his arm. Like, I'm watching, I'm not even, like, playing, and I was just watching what's on the screen. I'm not, like, distracted by any of the complications
It's like,
of playing.
there's only so much I can dodge. He just did the same move twice.
You want to summon Sif again?
Well, yeah. It's just that this game has a shitty system of being human.
How about this? Why don't I just use the cheat engine to lock 1 humanity into your, like, liquid humanity bar, so you just have to sit down and reverse.
I'll still forget. It doesn't matter. That doesn't help anything.
Well, I just mean if it's like annoying you that you have to sit down and then do it, or if it's annoying that you have to crack a humanity every time, I can just have it like stay there.
No, it's just that I'm gonna forget every time. Is what I'm saying.
I won't forget. I will remember. Believe in me. Believe in the me that believes in you.
You never even watched Gurren Lagann.
Is that from Gurren Lagann?
Yeah.
What?
You didn't know that?
No, I just thought that was someone being, like, stupid. Believe in the me that believes in you? That's a real line from a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a line from the best character from that anime. Every other character sucks.
Homemade organ gun. I love the creativity. So there's like an artificer class, right? And they can make like some kind of creature that is like a certain size and whatever, and it really doesn't do that much, but that's one way I could see carrying the gazillion cannons. I wonder if there's a way of like reducing the weight of an object. I mean, really, it is kind of just like an epic idea to just have a gazillion horses dragging this giant, like, rack of cannons. I should also make the differentiation between 8-pounder, 16-pounder, and 32-pounder if you guys do use cannons. Because, like, they are different, and they should be, like, different amounts of damage. Because, like, you could carry an 8-pounder.
Oh my god.
I remember I was in, like,
He hits
6th
me,
grade.
like, faster than I can run away from him.
I remember I was in, like, 6th grade, and we were going over the Star Spangled Banner where they're talking about the cannons firing and stuff. And she's like, oh, they're shooting 8-pound cannons. I guess they're pretty small cannons. And I was like, I raised my hand. I was like, do you think that might refer to the weight of the cannonballs? And she was like, oh, I never thought about that. It's like, aren't you a history teacher, dude? Could at least, like, throw in some, like, common sense. Like, they had an 8-pound cannon made out of iron. Nice.
I don't mean to complain about a literal puppy, but Sif ain't doing shit.
Man, you're stuck in a grab right now. That's why you can't get out of that.
Yeah, that's a really dumb grab. I can't even see him, like, grab me because his whole body is dark.
So Sif did, absolutely fucking nothing.
Yes. Even when Sif was attacking him, he was doing no damage.
Yeah,
Like, I didn't see his bar go down at all.
I think the dog was whiffing like crazy.
Yeah, that was
Because
brutal.
it was attacking, but even after you died, it just whiffed and then got.
What the
bonked.
fuck was up with that?
That was
What's
a big,
even the point?
That was a ripoff.
Yeah, I want my money back. The fuck, Sif?
At
Go
least-
to the gym.
At least you're not the only one who can't see shit.
Yeah, right. Jeez.
Hey, Pirates here.
Like, you see this lighting? This lighting's fine. Why
Me-
can't the boss room be in this lighting?
Well, because he's the father of the abyss.
So,
Well, I mean, okay, alright.
light a fucking torch.
Yeah.
Create an illusionary sun. The sun doesn't exist, and it's lighter outside.
Yeah. That's fair.
I mean, Dark Souls logic here.
Does anybody think that maybe this Manus thing having the gorilla hand has to do with H.P. Lovecraft's thing with, like, the white gorillas and stuff? He has some kind of, like, lore in, like, a couple of his stories about, like, a different race that isn't humans that, like, reached, like, some form of sentience. And I think there were white gorillas or something was, like, the, they're, like, briefly mentioned and they built something and they, you know, some horrible fate awaited them and then humans, like, evolved later. And they call this guy, like, a primeval human, so it makes me think that he's, like, slightly inspired by that, because I know he loves H.P. Lovecraft. There's so much H.P. Lovecraft in Dark Souls. Great source to draw from, by the way, so it's not even, like...
Of course, yeah. If you're gonna draw from somebody, you know.
Especially H.P. Lovecraft is so big on, like, who knows what the real lore is, kind of, you know, this very, like, ambiguous sort of style.
It is very Dark Soulsy, yeah.
Yeah. Although he does reveal stuff in some stories. I think a lot of the horror comes from revealing stuff.
Mm.
There's, like, no way to summon that guy without... Aw, man.
It's like, you wouldn't think someone who's so goddamn big would move so fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've already tried shield. Shield does nothing. It doesn't block anything from his
You have it on your
attacks.
hotbar.
Yeah, I know. I forget! I told you, I always forget!
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm sorry. It's okay. I think this story featured a racist guy who found out he was distant related to that other race and reacted to this news by dousing himself in kerosene and setting himself on fire. know, but I know the name Manus in Spanish is like saying Handus. Alright. I like life from a cleric since Manuel Jimena intends to bring the light of the Father to anyone who would accept him, the holy fire to those who would threaten us. Yeah, there's also like, is it Zealot or something? There's some other cleric class that can choose to max fire damage on a spell, and he can have, and that class of cleric can have fireball. So you do have quite a temptation in, what is 8 times 6? 48? Yeah. You do have some temptation in just picking the class that can do an auto 48. Is it 48 damage? Yeah, I guess 48 damage.
Mm.
Doesn't seem like that much. Although I guess you're doing it in a big AoE, so. The Light Cleric has a very cool feature, though, where you can, like, use your reaction to give disadvantage, so you can, like, blind someone attacking your ally.
You know, another interesting thing is you can, like, see the boss from here or something?
Yeah, you
but
can
you can't lock onto them.
No, you can't, but you can shoot them with a bow if you stand in the right spot.
Right. Dum-dums, get away.
$86 does 28 on average, and auto dealing max damage is huge. Light Domain does indeed get Fireball as a domain spell. Nice. Yeah, Fireball in general, super good. It's like, honestly, there's very little reason to be a wizard in 5th edition. And I don't really understand why. Like, Sorcerer has more stuff than Wizard. There's some things you can do with Wizard at, like, max level that let you break the game.
My god.
But in general, it seems like...
Where the fuck is Sif? I need at least be a distraction.
Oh, you didn't get it?
That's some miracle.
I don't think you summoned Sif.
I did. I hit it.
I don't think it went off.
Well, it should have.
Doesn't look like you need him. Oh, fine.
I want him.
Alright, go summon him quick.
My Sif.
There we go. Just
Where were you? I clicked A.
Oh, it gives you 10 humanity when you win?
Didn't even work. Oh,
there we go.
My poor baby. I'm sorry. I killed him without you. Aw. You were a good boy. Sorry.
Warning
Hey.
flare. I can't wait to protect Chaos Smash with my holy fire. Yeah.
Why won't she get up?
Wizard is great. Wizard has the most expansive spell list,
gotta
and the
light the
subclasses
bonfire, is
have
that
cool
it?
features. You know, I don't... Do they have cool features? I mean, I feel like, statistically, Sorcerer gets so many more advantages, because Sorcerer can add their modifier to their damage. So you end up just, like, just casting your cantrip on, like, every turn, just doing your fire beam or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Or firebolt. You end up,
By the way, let me just add, that fight, totally random. Totally random. Like, I just sincerely got lucky for that round and just fucking beat him.
that's how I beat everybody.
Yeah. What's with her? Why is she dead? Is she
No.
fine?
No, yeah, she's fine. You rescued her.
Alright, so now what do I do?
Well, if you want to, like, talk to her, you can summon her, like, in the future. And, like, by the lake with the Hydra.
Okay.
Why does she make you go there to summon her? Watch the lore video. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
You can recover spellbooks and scrolls from fallen enemies and add spells to your spellbooks, which provides an actual use for money. You know, here's the thing with that, right? I think part of how I evaluate classes is depending on how bad the DM is, the class will get worse. You cannot have a DM that is so bad that a fighter won't work. Fighter always functions. No matter how the DM arranges the adventure, a fighter always generally can do the thing.
That's not what I want.
Like they generally can always kind of behave with just the starter weapon that they get, etc. A wizard, you need like the loot to kind of exist in like a beneficial way.
Alright. So, where do I talk to Giant Man to shoot that dragon?
Apparently the key is somewhere in like the township that you explored. You found the tower before. It's somewhere connected to the boss arena. I think it's back in there. There's some other door that you leave through.
Really? It looked like just pitch black abyss.
There's two doors. There's a door on the left as you enter because I accidentally went over there when I was trying to trigger the boss. You could also talk to Chester and see if he has anything to say.
I guess I can. Hey, saved your princess.
Still disagree. Evocation Wizard allows you to sculpt your AoE spells around your allies. I like it more than meta magic.
Literally saved this guy's princess and he don't give a fuck.
He's from Bloodborne, or some other Victorian age.
Yeah, whatever.
So, he doesn't even know what's going on. He's just some dude. Forgot to ask, wanted to ask but forgot to, will Trisha join us in the D&D?
Maybe.
Meanwhile, the Illusionist Wizard completely ceases to function without the DM playing ball with you. Yeah. Yeah. Also, the AoE sculpting around your allies, you don't need it that much. Because you can just place the AoE in a place that they won't get hurt. You know? And even some DMs will just decide that friendly fire doesn't exist. So, you know, it's very DM dependent, I feel like, playing a wizard. Like, if all you're going to do is use, you know, what's it called, Firebolt and Fireball, the sorcerer has this extra damage if they play Dragon Wizard or whatever, or Dragon Sorcerer or something. Where are you going now? Looking for the key?
I guess.
I'll look up the key.
Okay.
Or are you looking for the giant?
Yes.
The giant is connected to the arena.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Do you want to be more specific? Is this not the arena?
No, not at all.
Okay. Oh, you mean the PvP arena?
It's the Colosseum where you fought Artorias, is what I was calling an arena.
Okay. When I said it looked all abyssal, that's what I meant. Where?
Okay. If someone else was asking me this question, I would ask you because you found it and I didn't. I was watching you when you found the tower. It's some door out of here, I think. Oh wait, go back. Turn. Walk down there.
Walk down here?
Yeah, sure.
This is the...
Okay.
yeah.
Go find some other door, I guess, and then walk sideways at it. Or there was a left turn, right? Disagree. I played a whole campaign with it and it was really helpful in practically every fight. Good to hear. I do love my wizards, but I feel like they do always feel quite.
Oh, the door that was locked?
Yeah. So there's a mimic apparently in Ulysseal Township that has the key. So let's see. There's a video that comes attached. Okay. So you remember that section where there was like the 2 wizards and then the gazillion people that
Oh, it's on one of those floors that I couldn't get to, right?
maybe
You said don't worry about. Man, there's gotta be a better way of getting over there, right?
So
Let's go to the
okay,
prison.
so it's that building where you got the shortcut right after this point. You got the one of the shortcuts right after this point. It's in that place. There's a couple fireplaces that light it up. Sorry, the video skipped for some reason, so it's actually not by this section, or maybe it is. Yeah.
Ugh, got a lot of health. I don't know why you had leather gauntlets on you, but okay.
I wonder if he just has a random chance to drop anything.
Mm.
Oh, okay. So do you remember where you were trying to make that jump?
Yes.
And there
I
was a
remember.
railing that got in your way?
Yes.
So instead of jumping, if you roll off, apparently you can get in there, and that's where the key is.
If I roll off?
Yeah, remember it was like a lit kind of upper level?
Retarded dard.
Indeed.
Oh, backstepper. How much damage they did? They didn't even do anything. They missed and they did that much damage. So stupid. Don't like.
The other thing is like, if you look in like the Gilded channel with the announcements of different resources, there's like this Unearthed Arcana they did with extra class features for all the classes. They added stuff for Sorcerer,
Oh, wait, did I get turned around?
which
No. It's just another elevator. Okay.
I always felt like Wizard was lacking in capabilities compared to like Sorcerer or Cleric, especially kind of Cleric. And then they added more features for Clerics and Sorcerers, and so that kind of cemented in my head like, well, Wizards don't really have all that much. There's in fact a Cleric discipline that you could get which can do Evocation Wizard stuff, right? Because you can choose the features of a Wizard class or something. It's like the Religion of Magic or something stupid. But really the best Wizard subclass
Jesus Christ.
that I found was the Holy Wizard that chooses features from a Cleric, and then you choose Zealot or whatever it was that lets you max fire damage, like twice a day or something. So someone did play a Wizard. How do we reconcile a printing press with scrolls? You know what I mean? Like, technically you need that expensive ink or something, and like a wizard has to be like copying the thing, but that's the place. So if you can roll off from there into that place, that is where the mimic is.
Like from here? Where does he roll?
No, he goes from the plank, like that long
That
section.
works?
Yeah, he rolls in.
What do you know?
And so that chest that there's a guy to the left. And that chest you just passed is the evil, spooky mimic chest. Turning red isn't bad, only gripe is that that line where the mom explains how they honor the ancestors and the daughter chimes in going, and not just the dudes. What? Is turning red a...
You remember turning red.
I do?
I'm pretty sure I talked about it before. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but it's not a movie I would want my child to see. Which I guess is most movies. My panda, my choice,
Oh.
Mom.
Did that actually get said?
Yes.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I don't want to think about abortion when it comes to my little girl, so...
Holy shit.
It's just like an underage child saying that. Like, what? What are you trying to imply here? Now we have to think about this girl getting pregnant?
Yeah. That's quite strange.
But, yeah, it's a very basic bitch plot line. But, like, kind of lacking morality and stuff.
Mm.
It's like the big conflict of the movie is that the main character is horny, and the mother the mother is still treating her like a child, even though she like is going through hormones and stuff.
Dear God.
Yeah, it's you know, they could have done better.
Mm-hmm.
The whole red panda thing is supposed to be like a metaphor for a girl's period. Hence the title Turning Red, yeah. You get it. You get what they're going for.
Disney should burn to the ground. Oh, shit. So yeah, they have stats in 5th edition for guns, for like muskets. I like how Wizard Watsy was like, strange. Watsy was like, we're gonna have all this fan-made content, and like they opened the door for all that. Then they were like, more recently they tried to copyright everybody who made fan-made content and claim it as their own and demand a portion of the revenue. And then everyone got mad at them, and they were like, oh, never mind. People got too mad at us for us to abuse you. And then everyone was like, oh, good, we love them again. It's like, they're a bunch of psychos. Does he just sell prism stones? Large type. So I talked to him a bunch of times.
Maybe I have to quit out and talk to him again.
You know, entirely possible. Okay. Helps the player. After the player went at least once to Calamete's boss arena, no need to die or fight him. He will ask the player if he's having trouble and needs help. Answering yes both times will result in a cutscene in which Go takes down Calamate with his bow.
So I have to quit out?
You have to go to the boss arena.
Again?
For Calamate.
For...
The dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I have to die to the dragon, and then he'll help me.
You don't have to die to him. You just have to enter and then homeward bound back. So it looks like they changed the stats for guns. So it used to be 3d10, I think. Let's see.
Can I level up? Nice. Hell yeah. More strength, baby. All we need is strength. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Why don't you interchange chat?
So it looks like they changed the stats for guns. Initially, guns, I believe, were 3d10. They've changed it to 1d10. So it's like the same as a heavy crossbow, which is beyond bizarre. It's like a pistol is... Oh, maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm pretty sure. So I see laser pistols 3d6. So that's perhaps where I was getting the... Is it laser rifle is 3d10? No, 3d8. So a musket should do more damage, right? Because you can't really reload a musket in combat. There are modern and futuristic guns. Yeah, I was looking. The hunting rifle is 2d10. Shotgun is 2d8. So there's no 3d10 gun here, which makes me suspect that they updated, like, the rules. I know... Does it have, like... It doesn't... See, it has pistol, but it doesn't say which page of the monster or the DM's guide it's in. So that makes me suspect that it's been altered from there. Yeah, so musket is 1d12, which is a lot, I guess, for a ranged weapon. In theory. Because normally, like, a longbow is 1d8? I guess. And then a heavy crossbow is 1d10. Which isn't really... not super accurate, because a bow would deal more damage to a person, because they can have those broadhead tips, which would tear you up a lot more. Whereas crossbows can't really have a very wide tip because they don't have that kind of like stabilization. And like crossbows, it's like deceptive because crossbows can have like 1,000 pounds of torque on them. Like they can have 1,000 pounds of like whatever you call it, like firing power, but it just doesn't push the bolt as fast as a bow at like 200 pounds, just because of like how the like levers and stuff utilize force. Do I search a few? I have the DMG. Well, I'm looking at the wizardsofthecoast.com thing, the D&D Beyond. Hand mortar. Weird. I guess this is all stuff from like... Yeah. So an antimatter rifle is 68 necrotic, which is quite a lot of damage. So that all checks out. Like laser weapons seem to do an appropriate amount of damage. So if you're going to use a musket though, right? Like, does it really make sense to be able to reload that? I mean, it doesn't make sense to reload a heavy crossbow in combat either. Because, like, let's be fucking real. Like, if you have to reload a heavy crossbow, it's like this whole goddamn thing. You have to, like, take this separate equipment, attach it to your bow, and then start cranking it like a bicycle for a while until it gets up. And it's like your turn's supposed to be 6 seconds. And it's like, if you have a certain fighter feat where you can reload crossbows within the same turn, you can attack multiple times with a crossbow, and you're, like, a level whatever fighter where you have, like, 3 attacks, it's like, can you really do that? Like, that's beyond, like... Okay.
Oh my.
Maybe not.
Oh. Doing my best.
Let's be fair, D&D Beyond sucks. Very true. I mean, reloading a musket takes about a minute, which is totally non-tenable in combat. You know, I saw this old guy reload and shoot a musket quite a few times. Within, like, either a minute or 3 minutes or something. So, it's probably slightly more doable. Yeah, musket, 1d12. That's not quite... I don't know. You know, it's always hard to tell how much... So, like, in reality, I kind of feel like a bow would do more damage than a musket, despite there being that, like, high amount of force behind it. We could do the Blackbeard thing, though, where you just have 6 pistols on you and fire them all and reload after combat. So, that's kind of what I'm thinking, is that if you had multiple guns, you could use them in such a way. Where, like, a gun might be something like a spell or something, like, used in a similar way. In general, it seems like 5th edition doesn't really have a great range of, man, that should fucking kill that dragon.
Yeah, right?
Alright, now it lands and then you fight it.
It
like,
lands so elegantly. What a nice goal.
He's also blind.
Yeah.
But...
Thanks, man. I see why you give the thank you card in. It's got the assist.
Also has the loading property just as a crossbow. It works the same. Yes, but that makes very little sense. I think even a heavy crossbow doesn't really make sense. Like a latchet crossbow, like a hand crossbow, where like you just crank the thing and then fire again. I think you could do that multiple times in 6 seconds if you're like, you know, a hero and you're Like I could see that maybe. But generally, it feels much more reasonable that someone would be able to shoot a bow very fast because it just relies on your own speed, and you could have a bow that's like tuned in such a way that it's very high tension, so that you would return to its ready to load position very quickly. Unfortunately, I'm not paying too much attention to the numbers you're calculating for D&D. Forgive me. No, it's no need for calculations and things. I calculate nothing. Is that like a fog wall on a ladder?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh, it's an actual like doorway. I guess the question is like, who would actually want to use guns? And kind of like no one, right? No one so far. So right now we've got a big barbarian with a big sword.
There it is.
And then we've got...
Come at me!
Nice.
Oops. How can you still fly? I saw you got fucked up.
He's kind of a tiny dragon. You know?
Yeah, kinda is. Whoa. Oh.
Would you be okay with my barbarian using a gun? You certainly could, but I don't know that you would benefit from using a gun very much. Like, guns would fire with dexterity, so you wouldn't get like you wouldn't be terribly likely to hit, and you wouldn't have any proficiency with it either. So it'd be unlikely that you would hit with the gun. But of course, if there was something that was too far away for you to hit in melee, that would be a good option. But you might even and then your class has these benefits for melee attacks that range attacks don't get. So yeah, it doesn't work with rage. So, but of course, you know, would be cool, I suppose. Like if there's a bat or something and you really want to kill it, you pull out a pistol and shoot it. Also, I think guns have a certain dramatic effect to them. There's also a Renaissance pistol, 1d10, range 30 to 90. 30 short range, 90 long range.
like Dark Souls 3 at all, where like the head does more damage?
I don't know. Something I do know about this boss is that you can cut off his tail. I know that we died many times in co-op trying to cut off his tail, though, so... And it was me who got the tail off with the scythe. But, it's very hard.
I can imagine. What the fuck is that?
That's his, like, third eye.
Okay.
It's pretty cool when you get hit by it, not gonna lie. He like levitates you up and then does something to you. I can't remember, but
Damn, he keeps on moving. So much.
they had so many plans. Or how do you do saying it's funny how Watsy's dream of being a multi-platform entertainment company died so quickly. They had so many plans for D&D Cinematic Universe with shows in development, but then they saw how bad they effed up with the audience, so they sold the studio before the movie was even out. Hey, Gabe. What's going on?
Ooh.
There's a modern shotgun 2d8 range. Yeah, I saw the shotgun. It uses dex also.
Yeah, I don't even know, like, what attacks he's vulnerable to hit his tail. Whoa, that's not good. Oh, you really can't outrun it, huh?
I think for the breath, for all dragons and all Dark Souls, you go underneath them, like towards the direction of the dragon, past them. That's always this.
No, they shoot down. That was the down breath.
When he jumps up to do the dragon breath, if you run under wherever he is, that's typically the most shallow direction that it spreads out in. It spreads out the least towards the dragon. Typically. That's how it was in Dark Souls 2 for the big fucking piece of shit ancient dragon that everybody, including me, hates. Oh, are there any close range guns, i.e. shotguns that my guy can use as close range fighter, plus I want him to have bad accuracy, kind of like Hellboy? Well, I mean, in theory, right, you could shoot a cannon. Because you would have those. Now, I was saying I should probably differentiate stats between 8-pounder, 16-pounder, 32-pounder. 32-pounder is probably too big for even the biggest, buffest guy to shoot. Because if you think about it, like, cannonball is 32 pounds. The cannon itself has to shoot that incredibly hard, so it's going to be very, very heavy. Possibly to a point where you couldn't pick it up.
I don't suppose Sif also appears for this boss fight. He would do so much help. Sif could solo this dragon.
He's a good dog.
He's a good boy.
Are there handheld or portable cannons? Here's the thing. You're a barbarian. What isn't handheld or portable to a barbarian? Basically, so there's like a quip load, right? So I would have to... How does a quip load work again? It's like Roll20 always has the best rules, but I think Roll20 like abandoned
really? That hit
5th
me?
edition.
It looked like I rolled it, but whatever. If you say so, Dark Souls, I'll believe you.
Is it equip load or carry capacity? Encumbrance, I think that's what it's called. Okay. I think when they tried to claim... When fifth edition, when WotC tried to claim all ownership of like every site that has any fifth edition content on it, despite releasing the SRD standard rules document to allow companies to host D&D games and stuff, they were just like, oh, actually we're greedy, so we're going to go back on our word and try to take ownership of everyone else's stuff, which went over great, as you can imagine.
Started working with the Pinkertons and
Yeah, they started sending out actual hitmen to go, like, seize magic cards and stuff. Just a fantastic company, as always. I hope they burn, because it's almost more hurtful that they're fucking up Dungeons and Dragons. And, like, whenever I see someone who's, like, super woke and they like D&D, it's just like, It's like it used to be like if someone played D&D, I would be like, oh, they're cool, I can be friends with them. But now it's like, oh, they like D&D, oh god, do they change genders on a long rest? Ugh. What's the... Encumbrance. Why does encumbrance not show up when I search it? Is that, maybe I was spelling encumbrance wrong? Yeah, I was. I was just spelling encumbrance wrong. The victim. Five times your strength score. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say that I'll probably give you guys like an 18 to spend or whatever. So you can have like a nice, you know, specialized character. Probably not going to do like the standard thing. Standard stat alignment, so... Right, so that's... Is that really... So you can carry... You can carry 100 pounds. So you can't actually carry a cannon without being encumbered, but you can carry... Your speed would drop by 10 feet while carrying the cannon. Because I'm assuming... Let's see. Weight of 32-pounder cannon. 32-pounder gun? Okay. That weighs 6,000 pounds. So you can't carry one of those, but let's see. Weight of 16-pounder cannon. 2,240 pounds. Alright. Weight of 8-pounder cannon. See, the weight tripled from... This is definitely wrong. I'm looking at the Deadliest Warrior wiki, so I don't know why I was expecting 1,000 English pounds. Okay, so 1,200 pounds. You can't really carry a cannon, even like the lightest cannon that exists. So...
Like, I can't get up in time before it just strikes my hit bugs, man.
One detail I forgot to add for my barbarian, but I'll ask, can he be able to throw people? Yes. There's a joke thing in D&D called the Fastball Special. It's from like Marvel Comics. It was like Beast or someone would throw Wolverine as like a tactic, and then different characters would throw Wolverine, and then it became a thing where like different characters would be thrown at different stuff. Because like Wolverine can't fly, so like a strong character just throws him at a plane. And I read a comic where they did it, and I was like, that's badass. And I didn't realize it was like a meme, but. So it's like a standard thing where like barbarians throw people. How far can you throw people? I don't actually remember. Push, drag, or lift. You can push, drag, or lift something as 30 times your strength score. So 20. That's 600 pounds. So you could push or drag something at 600 pounds. You can also push people. Like, there's a mechanic for kicking someone off a cliff. I would say yes, you can throw people, but maybe we'll have you roll a check to see how far. I'll make up some kind of math for it. There's also guns. Like, I could make custom weapons. Like, there's something called a volley gun, which is like a 9-barreled musket that shoots all the barrels at the same time. It was renowned for breaking shoulders, or dislocating shoulders.
That did not even hit me. So I don't...
I think it's also from a later time period, but there's something called a punt gun, which is a comically large gun. Like, very goofy when you see the size comparison to a person. I assume throwing a person would be an improvised weapon attack. Yeah, that's probably fair. Encumbrance is based on your strength, and most campaigns just end with you getting a bag of holding, which makes it irrelevant. That's a good point. If you could get your hands on a bag of holding, then you could have multiple cannons in there and just hold them out.
Man, stupid fucking action queuing every time. I don't even remember pressing it twice. In actuality, my finger just probably got caught on the button.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all sorts of like inputs that get eaten in this game. In my case, I guess I have a bunch of programs running, but I don't know. It seems like it happens a lot. Like even on easy fights, I notice it happen. So if you take the Tavern Brawler feat, you get proficiency with in improvised weapon attacks. This is true. The Tavern Brawler also, it kind of allows you to set up a pretty interesting character. Like I made a character that had Tavern Brawler and Unarmed Fighter from the extended feats Unearthed Arcana they put out. So you could hit someone, and then from the hit, Tavern Brawler lets you grab afterwards. And then if you successfully grab, you can deal damage with the Unarmed Fighter thing. And while someone's grabbed, you have advantage against them. So you have double the chance to hit them, and then that gives you a little higher chance of getting a crit. As long as he can just throw someone into the wall, drag them into the floor, or even crater them, I'm cool with that. Well, at some point, you might be throwing priests off of the temples. I saw an article said Assassin's Creed, Fallout, and Final Fantasy are going into Magic the Gathering. Yeah, I saw that. It's very I don't know. I mean, it would be cool, I guess. I mean, obviously, it would be nice for things to be their own IP without having to do crossovers with everything, like their fucking G Fuel, or Funko Pops. I think Funko Pops have made crossovers cancer in everyone's collective consciousness, but. Want the Tavern Brawler? It's all yours. If we're all variant humans, we can all start with Tavern Brawler? Yeah.
God, it takes me so long to get up.
Kensei Monk with Tavern Brawler is basically Jackie Chan, yeah. Basically. Less Funko Pops, please. I've seen a real live Funko Pop purchaser in real life. We were both there. You remember that guy? He was like, ooh, I need it. Oh. He dropped like over $100 in Funko Pops in front of us. And it just felt like I was watching like some degenerate gambler just like sell his mother's necklace. It was just...
Some people think that they actually will have value.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either. I think they will die out like the Beanie Babies.
I think they will, in fact, have negative value. Like, if someone knows you have Funko Pops, they respect you less.
Yeah.
Like if I was... Like, I'm an employer, and I have a Zoom call, like, job interview with someone, and they turn on their camera, and then I see they have Funko Pops behind them. I'm like, oh. Wow. Okay.
Right. I get the idea behind Funko Pops. It's like, oh, you can, like, have a character that you like, but it's not an expensive figurine. It's just
But
like
it
a
is.
chibi,
Because,
shitty-looking figurine.
but, like, regular figurines are, like, $30 anyway. So it's like, if you buy a Funko Pop that's, like, $30, it's like, well...
Well, they used to be cheap.
Right.
I guess they went up in price when they started selling the idea of collectability, which, you know, ruined the whole point that it was supposed to be cheap.
There was an all-blue Funko Pop.
They used to be like $5 each.
Oh, okay. That makes a little bit more sense.
Or like $5 or $10, somewhere
but
between
the
there.
space on your shelf is expensive. You only have so much space. Why would you pollute it with literal garbage? There's like really nice figurines that people have really worked hard to make.
Jeez, that is a huge attack to just like open up with.
You know, he really swings his head at you like it's a baseball bat. Like he really just... It's not even like he's ramming. He's like using it like a giraffe.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, if you want to throw people, Barbarian is definitely the way to go. Yes, it was used to hunt ducks. Yes, punt guns. Yeah, they were mounted single-shot guns, like a turret for one shot. And you would shoot a gazillion ducks on a lake. Which sounds like just the least sustainable method of like animal conservation. It's just going to a lake and just nuking the whole lake with a giant shotgun blast that kills like 60 ducks. But, you know. I'm also not going to start you guys at level 1. I'll start you guys at,
Oh, God.
like, higher, maybe.
How am I missing these dodges?
So, because they really, like, even internally, they call levels 1 through 3 the tutorial levels. And I think that's really for people who don't play any video games or are, like, averse to learning. Like, that's really the speed that you teach someone, is, like, levels 1 through 5. Or, like, little children. Level 5 is where stuff starts to get slightly more complicated, so it might be best to start at level 3. But, I'm really cool with starting
He runs around the fucking stage so much. It's like you're spending all your stamina just chasing him. I see why all the other dragon fights are like super slower in one spot.
Yeah, people say this is the hardest dragon fight. Like there was debate between Midir and this guy.
Like I almost beat him on like the second try. It's just that it, you know, like I said before, it just matters what moves they use in what order.
It's kind of
when you enter the boss fight, and then that just determines whether or not you win.
It's kind of familiar to the Ancient Dragon too. or like his ability to move around the stage kind of hinders you. I mean, Midir is a little similar to that, but not quite. Some guy, you want to buy this rare Funko Pop?
There's no such thing as a rare Funko Pop. They're like dumping them in fucking garbage heaps.
You know, Magic the Gathering is selling so poorly that they're literally dumping huge quantities of cards, like freshly unopened cards,
Oh, yeah.
the garbage dumps.
Yeah, I believe it.
And like Hasbro announced that WotC, their revenue is down 15% the last time it was recorded.
Hmm.
I think it's illegal to use for duck hunting now. Oh, definitely illegal to use for duck hunting. Where could you get like 60 tags at once for ducks? Like, maybe you could use it for kangaroo hunting, because kangaroos you don't need a license, or you don't need a tag. You can just kill as many as you want because there's so many.
Of course, he uses that move as soon as I come over to him.
Yeah, that's my least favorite move for dragons in all Dark Souls games is fly vertically up and then breathe fire directly down.
Not a big fan of the neck move.
I think it looks stupid,
Yes.
which is why I don't like it. I keep getting them as gifts. My condolences. Alright, fellas. You, right, you get it. You get a hot date. She takes you back to her place, right? You open up the bedroom door, and then all around her bed she has like shelving, right? And she just has Funko Pops. You just leave. You just go like,
Do you have sex with her while the Funko Pops are staring at you?
yeah. So let's just say Funko Pops. We don't have to worry about what IPs they are. Are you in or out? Let's assume that she's like attractive enough that you agreed to go back to her apartment and just like or whatever. My ex bought me one as a gift. It was a fringe benefit to breaking up with her that I got to get rid of it.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna ask if my guy can have a skinny teenage frame but still be strong to hold up that big sword. Is that too much? I don't know.
Is this faster?
That's a mid-roll. I hate that they won't just tell you what your equip load is. Like,
Yeah.
even with the new edition, they just don't like tell you whether it's fast roll or whatever. That's fast, yeah.
That is? Doesn't look that much different.
So at the end of the roll is how I tell. When you mid-roll, there's this palpable moment where your legs are up in the air before the roll finishes. And with fast roll, just is one fluid motion. I guess the market for race-bent Lord of the Rings cards wasn't as big as they thought. Yeah. Yeah. I was so disappointed with WotC before that. And then when they did that, it was just so openly hostile. There's no redeeming that. Like, Arch Warhammer did this like breakdown of it, and he brought up a bunch of like points that I didn't even think about. But it's like he's looking at the art and he's like, Aragorn is not only black, but he has a shield and sword. It's like someone who
knows nothing about it. Yeah.
Didn't like. It's not even like the art director who knew nothing. The person who drew didn't even watch the movies. It's just some fucking like loser. And then, on top of all of that, it's just like. They didn't read the book. They didn't even watch the movie. And then it's just like, it's like not even a similar character. And the only criteria they had was that the character should be black and vaguely medieval. And it's just like...
Yeah, basically.
It's like... And then they're like, we're so moral because we're replacing white characters with black characters. And it's just like... And then like the CEO was like, white people like me can't leave this hobby soon enough. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Oh, it's kind of cool though. Of ways to die, it's pretty neat. Okay, so be very careful. That thing over your head means that you take double damage.
Well, then I just die in one hit. Alright.
And when you beat him, he gives you a ring that makes you take double damage.
Alright.
Trisha was giving me this like gesture, like, why would I want that? And that's because she's not a hardcore gamer, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
I got that ring in Dark Souls 3 too.
Yeah, it was useless garbage then too.
Yeah.
Jump out the window and run is what Piracy would do. Smash and then leave. Alright, so Lowry's still down to smash, even with Funko Pops. Staring at you. Smash and dash on Never. I tell her never associate with me ever again, you fake nerd. Oh yeah, they kept yelling at the audience. Yeah. Okay, so Never and Lowry are still in. I'm curious, like, what IPs?
Yeah, what IP would scare you away?
What's
too
that
much?
Netflix movie with like the little kids that were like super sexualized?
Cuties.
Cuties. Okay, so what
they
if they
had Cuties
Funko
Pops?
What if they had Cuties Funko Pops?
Jeez.
Or no, what's like the
Funko
worst?
Pops from 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, what's the worst IP Funko Pops that you could still reasonably recognize without them being in the box that tells you what it is?
What if they just had Osama bin Laden Funko Pop?
Okay, yeah. So they have an Osama bin Laden Funko Pop. They have like whatever the communist guy is, the Mao, and then whatever the Russian guy, Stalin, right?
That did not.
How would you even know what they look like though? You would know what Stalin looks like. Okay, so they have Osama bin Laden Funko Pop.
Come on. How do I keep on missing these dodges? I'm doing it like right as... It just bothers me so much because it... timing's so weird and inconsistent. Like, I somehow dodged that one, but I didn't dodge the first one.
That's a note with those. Never's already out with just Osama bin Laden and Stalin Funko Pops. Piracy is out just on the fact that they're Funko Pops. What if she's like on your date or whatever? She's like, "Oh, I wanted to be a ballerina, but my boobs just got too big."
God damn it. Oh.
On the bright
that
side,
was such a quick grab.
on the bright side, it's really cool, though.
I'm not even dodging! I didn't hit B! My thumb was nowhere near fucking B! You know when I was dodging? When he fucking grabbed me!
I can imagine. Oh,
Before.
Oh, it's okay,
It didn't work then. But, you know, give it a little bit. Give it a little bit and then it'll work.
Okay, but, alright, so Never, what if you walk into the room, right? And she's like, oh, don't mind all the Funko Pops. I don't even know what they're from, or whatever. But this is my favorite. And then she points to, like, 2 Funko Pops that are holding up, like, an ISIL flag. And she's like, I love the black and white. I don't know what it says, though. Do you know how to read French?
What if she just had, like, a character with the pedophile right flag?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what that flag looks like.
It looks like way too generic to even pick it out amongst all the other fucking sexuality flags there are. It's just, once again, a bunch of random fucking colors splashed together with no fucking meaning whatsoever. It's like you had the rainbow, and that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough colors.
I'll say you wanted to be a ballerina just like how I wanted to be a detective when I was a kid. Look at what I am now, bitch. Yeah. There was this guy...
How? How does that hit me?
There's something about Dark Souls that just makes the hips of large creatures seem like they would just do city-busting amounts of damage. Because, like, he's not really hitting you with anything sharp. It's just the weight of his, like, squishy side.
Why did that one-shot me? It never one-shotted me before.
I wonder if there's a counter...
I mean, you say it, that just sometimes it's programmed to just insta-kill you.
I've noticed that with a couple attacks, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what is exactly causing it, but okay, so...
Because, like, even with Adam having infinite health cheats on, he's been, like, one-shotted by
certain
dragon
attacks, yeah.
breath, yeah. Like I'm playing baseball with these dogs. Jump up and then just get whacked.
Because I think you might take extra damage while you're doing certain things, like attacking or something. And I think item usage counts, but I'm not sure.
So running counts? I don't know.
I'll tell my next date that she has city-busting hips and see how well I do. No, there's...
This boss is only... I would only say that it was difficult because of how inconsistent it is. Once again, it just feels like I'm being put through a randomizer. Like, that time I dodged perfectly, and I'm doing it at the same timing as I always do it.
I think it's... Damn, it just seems like it's like every... Oh, I guess he turned? So anyway, Piracy said at the beginning, I forgot to read his comment, this guy's an asshole.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I haven't fought him.
Is there any summons for this guy? Can I summon Sif?
You should be able to. I don't know if you can. I'm just saying you should.
I should be able to. I mean, like, that's a handicap on me at that point, you know? It wouldn't even be like... Man. Just to check. We'll get some humanity. We got so
Player summons are
much
particularly
ammo.
helpful for this fight. It doesn't seem like there's any NPCs to summon.
Oh, okay, now you tell me.
His weakness is strike and bleed. He only has 5,000 health, really? That's less than the last guy. The last guy had 6,000.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've almost killed him. Like I said, it's just the randomization of his attack patterns, plus, you know, me getting slowly tired as we approach midnight.
Just got, like... I don't know why that's funny. There's just, like, a Chinese dragon, and then, like, a fencing guy. Never posted, like, a fencing guy
Yeah.
stabbing the dragon.
That's me. Sir Husbando at your service.
I remember,
Same thing with these dogs, really. Sometimes they do damage, and then sometimes I just kill them. So, like, it's all the same timing.
I've actually met multiple girls who wanted to be a ballerina and then got too big of boobs. So it's actually not as uncommon as you think. It's just like they tend to have like a kind of like ridiculous physique because, you know, if everything is like super shapely and then they just...
Disney is changing it with their fat ballerina.
Oh, yeah. She would not be able to dance. You cannot dance when you're that fat. Like, I can't... When I was, like, heavier, I couldn't walk on a curb. There's no fucking chance that if you're a big, fat lardass that you can, like, dance around like that.
Yeah, you still can't dance.
Like, what? You want to fight? You can't dance, you fucking nerd. Anyway, I remember there was this guy who was,
Oh, come on. It's this early? And, like, it's similar to the other move, too, so I don't know which one he's ever going to be using.
You did more damage with that attack.
No, I didn't. That's the same amount I always did.
No, because you do 510, and that did 572, so slightly more damage. I wonder why. Is his belly, like, more damage or something?
It's a randomizer. I'm fucking gambling right now.
Get Adam some ointment for that burn. Yeah. Trisha abuse me. So mean.
Wow.
So anyway, there was this guy at the comic shop I used to go to who was like super like pagan into like ancestor worship and like really proud of his heritage. He was like, I don't know, like a Viking or something. He was like Nordic. He was very upset by the Deadliest Warrior episode where the Viking lost to the samurai. And he made like a Facebook post about it. And I thought his Facebook post was like really funny, and so I like screenshotted it like back in the day. And I just remember it was this long rant about how the episode was wrong, which I agree with. But he ended it with "Hail the old gods of the West" or something like that.
Just fucking like bonk him from a million miles away.
Maybe. I mean, wait a second. Does that do more damage? Oh no, that's like a fucking shit ton of damage. More base damage, but
right.
you could go upgrade it more. I mean, there's dragon scales and stuff around.
Around. I don't know, man. It's probably not worth it. I thought it would be funny though.
More like Kala bitch.
Got him.
Got him. Anyway, that guy, I was like telling the story at like college about that guy's Facebook post because I thought it was just so funny. Because it was just he ends the
Very
post
cute.
in all caps where he's like, "Hail the old gods of the
Like,
West."
even
etc.
when I have the lightest fucking equip load, it still takes me a million years to get up. Why?
Nice. There.
Action healing.
Fuck. Lumberjack in his legs. Anyway, yeah, I was telling
Dodge, but okay.
I was telling a story about that guy, and nice. And then I guess there was, because he was like proud of his heritage and he was white. It rubbed people the wrong way. Like they didn't like him just without, any, just whatever. 'Cause they just hate white people. And so they were like, "Oh well, I bet he's never gonna get a girlfriend." This Because if you remember, like, the propaganda the Daily Show put out, that was, like, there's no attractive consumer.
Oh, God. Again? Oh.
No, it doesn't do it. It doesn't do enough damage.
It doesn't matter. He's
You're
just
gonna
gonna whack me with his fucking neck.
Shut up. You're gonna win. There it is.
Ugh, it's so
There it is.
annoying.
There it is. There it is.
Ow. Don't hit
Second
me.
high five. Second high five. So good.
Jeez, you're scaring me. Why does that thing stay on my head? Oh, there it goes. Okay.
I'd rate myself a 5 on the degeneracy scale, moderate. I mean, by today's standards, if you're moderate,
Might
that's
as well
pretty
be
high.
a Nazi.
No, it's the degenerate scale.
Oh.
Anyway, people didn't like that guy, and so they were like, "Oh, he'll never get a girlfriend," because the Daily Show said that there's no attractive conservatives, which is very not true. And then I was confused. I was like, "No, he had a girlfriend. Actually, his girlfriend was this girl who was she was a ballerina, but she had to quit because her boobs got too big." And like when she said that, I looked down because
Alright, so what's the next thing I gotta do? Get inside a coffin?
because of Waterfall. I guess you go kill Gwyn.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you should get your Estus flask upgrades. I don't know.
Well, I guess Gwen isn't supposed to be hard.
Mm-hmm. You could murder the spider lady though.
Spider lady?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Quayleg's sister, who like does the covenant where she opens the secret passages, etc.
Oh.
What is that?
Is there anything worth getting from?
Is that a chest in the corner?
It certainly looks like a chest. But I also don't trust this river, so I kind of just want to go on the sides here.
GG easy. Yes.
Panic slab. There's no like scene with the princess being like, "Oh, thank you, brave knight."
Yeah, you get that scene if you go back to the Hydra Lake and then you find her summon sign and then
Oh my goodness.
and then you can summon her. And
But
then
like,
she says
I'm
that.
right here.
I know. Why is that necessary? Well, Dark Souls. You will lose the bonfire if you murder the spider lady. But who gives a shit? Kinda.
Hmm.
Know what I mean? Oh, the undead dragon too.
Oh, that's right.
And have you
He's
gone back
just
to
like...
the asylum to fight the asylum demon?
Yeah, I already
Okay.
fought him.
So, Oh yeah, the end of the story. She had massive cans, or not cans. I don't know, melons, bazongas. The guy's girlfriend that he was like into his ancestry. They were like, well, he's never gonna get a girlfriend. It's like, well, he, you know,
Already has one.
he was doing fine. I'm sure he has like 13 kids right now, living in a fucking longhouse in the middle of the wilderness.
Living the dream.
But
Alrighty.
I've met two girls who their deal was a ballerina. I think at least two, maybe more.
No Sif. Garbage boss fight.
I met another girl. She couldn't be a ballerina when she went through puberty, but it wasn't her. It wasn't like that she had big boobs. It was just like her thighs or something.
More damage.
So there's the undead dragon. You could also, upgrade your flask. There's Blighttown has a thing, and then there's New Londo has a thing, I believe. I don't know where it was, but it was like kind of on the ground level, I believe.
I'm sorry, what was you said New Londo?
New Londo has one, Blighttown has one.
Guess I could go to New Londo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you want to fight Gwendolyn in Anor Londo?
Will people call me transphobic? It's just
Hopefully.
a joke. I don't know. I guess we could. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could just fight everything. Why not?
So,
I want my cute princess scene first, though.
yeah. So Bang has been acquired by Monster Energy after a long and brutal war.
They got fucking shot.
Yeah. And so their website is down, so I can't order from them. But then I was thinking, oh, this is a good excuse to jump to another brand. So I was looking at other stuff, and then I realized G Fuel has the same deal where it has no sugar in it. So I was like, well, sweet, I'll do G Fuel. They stuck around with PewDiePie through all of his controversies, so I was like, oh, maybe they're a solid company. Maybe they just realized it would be a horrible financial decision to not have be sponsoring PewDiePie. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, he is the best.
Yeah. His code gives a lot off, by the way. It was like... Anyway, I got the... So... Bang is like... I think it's 12 packs that they sell. And those are... like under $30, whatever. But the math works out to be like not amazing per can. Not that I would drink an entire can in a day, but... I might sometimes, like, when I was, like, crunching to finish my book and stuff. But, let's say, like, 30. It's, like, $2.50 per can, kind of. I mean, assuming that it's, like, as expensive as it possibly could be at 30, which it, like, kind of was close to towards the end. It was, like, 28 or something. Without a sale. So then... G Fuel is like kind of the same deal. So the reason I was so loyal to Bang, I should say, is because I was doing keto, and different sweeteners will affect you in different ways and can help you. Like in the beginning, you can tell, and later on, you might not tell as you're plateauing whether or not the artificial sweeteners you're having are affecting you or keeping you out of ketosis. So I was sticking with Bang out of sort of just like wanting to keep losing weight, but now that I'm not doing keto, my options are more open, so it doesn't matter if they're artificial sweeteners are not working. So G Fuel is like $28 for a tub of the powder, And the powder is 40 scoops. Each scoop is 180 milligrams of, or 140 milligrams of caffeine. So then that's like one serving, I suppose. Even if you double up, with the PewDiePie code, it was like, I can't remember now, it was like, it was 30, sorry, it was 30, it was like 36, and then with the PewDiePie code, it was like 29 or 28. So it works out to be like 72 cents per serving. So, saving money by switching to G Fuel. So that's my financial victory for the day.
Woo!
Rev says Desu.
That channel, I feel like I've seen something from that channel. Don't know what. Oh yeah, she's not over here.
No, she's not there. She's on the other side of the lake.
But I was just there and I didn't see any sign.
There is a sign.
Alright, well, you can point me in the direction then.
Yeah,
Go
so it's
all
by...
the way back there.
Okay, so it's by the rock that you can hide behind? Well, it's
yeah,
like...
I went over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Oh, do you have to talk to Elizabeth?
I don't know who Elizabeth is.
It's a mushroom.
Oh.
She gives the Elizabeth mushrooms. What about Bang? Oh, Bang got acquired by Monster.
Yeah, it's definitely not here. I'm not nuts, am I? Oh my god, it's like hidden?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Why would you hide anything in Dark Souls?
They hide literally everything. You can pay for this DLC and have no idea how to even play it. Like, how would you naturally discover how to enter the DLC? I like, wouldn't even.
I will learn your gesture. Thank you. Thank you. What do you got? Oh, yeah, cool. Cool shit. Hey, you want to be my wife?
So, does she ever give you the Dusk Crown? Because that's actually, like, very useful to have. But...
Alright, well, that's all she says. Alright. Thank you. Thank you. Very, very kind. Alrighty.
So.
Let's skedaddle, huh? So what goes first? Undead dragon? What do you think, guys? More dragon fights?
Parsu just, like, the message just popped in, talk to her again. No, it's fine. I don't... Does she actually give it to you? Like, if you summon her again, does it... Okay, Smash is saying kill the undead dragon, by the Valley of the Drakes or whatever.
You got it. That's what I do.
You could also go to the, the new Londo and get the extra Firekeeper soul.
I totes can.
Do you have one on you?
I don't know.
No, talk to the lady trapped in the cage.
Nope.
So there's one in New Londo on like a little island that you can get to even before you drain it. Avenge Apollo Creed. Okay. Oh, because Drago Dragon.
Hey, bud.
Alright. Are you brave enough?
You being all fluffy?
You're not
Oh,
brave
you
enough.
are fluffy boy?
You're a cowardly puppers. You want to come up here? No, I can tell. You're not going to come up here. You know that Disney Marvel Studios wants to do the Hydra Cap story so bad to burn that bridge and make Falcon the only Cap?
You're a good boy. You're a good boy.
Yeah, Marvel should burn. WotC should burn. Disney should burn.
Burn it all.
They should burn. I want to see TikToks of them crying that the Repo Man is coming to take their desk away. I want to see them weep. They should suffer. All they've done to
I've
fuck
never
with
gotten
all
that
the
item.
things that I loved so
Just to
much.
see what it is.
I really loved X-Men so much.
Ah, but shit.
Is that normal? That you pick up that stuff?
Oh.
That must have like appeared later or something.
Well, it's a bunch of witch stuff.
Hmm.
Don't know what to say.
She had the dialogue of the first time you summon her after beating the Golden Golem, not after beating Manus. But don't go there again. I don't really know how it works.
Nobody knows how it works. You need the YouTubers to explain it to us.
I want to see new entertainment companies created to make good based entertainment.
Oh, that would
That'd
be
be
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
I want this strike to go on forever. I want it to go on forever too. There's a lot of people that are like, good, keep striking. No one needs it. Like literally no one needs any new garbage from Hollywood.
Oh. Oh. Stop it. Ugh. You know, you're starting to annoy me. Really? That didn't hit? I can barely, like, see what's going on sometimes.
Gameplay.
Gameplay, exactly.
I just want to be entertained with good stories, etc. I'm kind of hoping, like, I'm kind of hoping to be the new entertainment, you know?
Yeah, if only. I'm not sure how much damage I was actually doing to him. I would have liked to see a health bar or something. But I guess I need to lock on, and then it'll show me. Because it's like kinda not a real boss.
Yeah, I heard about that, by the way, where Marvel killed the X-Men and the Fantastic Four over movie rights to, like, hurt Fox, who owned the movie rights, as part of their negotiation. That was why the whole, like, no more mutants thing.
Oof. That's petty.
It'd be pretty funny if they made, like, a side comic where they were like, they're all Nazis now. Like, they all turn evil, and they hate the gays, too. And then they specifically, like, murder Mox Entertainment. I don't know. Just sounds like sue bait. More reasons to let Disney crumble? Yeah. You're making non-owned content. This is the first step. Yeah, I guess so.
True enough.
That miss?
I mean, it looks like I'm hitting him.
The second hit landed. Oh, that's right.
What?
Gravelord Greatsword Dance.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Maybe you should activate a transient curse. I don't know. Maybe then you'll be able to hit him. There's a ghost.
Trans, you say?
Oh!
I can already hear Disney signing us up for a movie deal.
Yeah.
Alright.
like black lesbian. It used to be the joke is like it had to be a black lesbian, but not even. It has to be like they have to be black with like that skin condition where like there's blotches on your face, and then they have to also be trans
And then also crippled.
and a pedophile. Like their sexuality has to be pedophilic.
Yeah, there you go. Disney would really relate to that.
There's an article entitled "The Far Right's Obsession with Stopping Pedophilia is Dangerous."
Ah.
Just like
Ah. Sorry.
oh, that's a good tactic actually. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like
It seems like a pedophile wrote that. And it's just like, no, stop coming after me.
you're fat rolling. I can tell from the run. Try to roll.
That's okay. It's because of the sword.
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna go far. I'm gonna go far, kid.
Yeah, you got it all figured out.
You don't get that many power
Don't let
attacks with
Disney-
the sword, though.
Don't let Disney get the rights
Or
to your comics. I
lyrics.
can imagine the disastrous changes they'll do to your works.
It's fine. A little bit more. Alright, now we switch to the other weapon.
The other Drake sword.
Oh yeah, that's right. One-shotted. First
Clip it.
try, 0 deaths.
Oh, hey, you got a dragon stone, so you could upgrade your the sword you just used.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, Chaos Mesh 64 should have ended it with a Gravelord Greatsword dance. Dominated him. Showed him who was boss.
Yeah, that's right.
Shucks.
What?
Nah, shucks is in like, darn.
Oh, because of the...
Yeah.
I thought something else just happened.
No.
You had me scared there.
So there's a barbarian. There's a couple barbarian subclasses that are interesting. One of them you wear spiked armor, which is like just plate, but you can also attack with it or something like that.
So where is this island?
So you go into the city like normal, and then it's like right parallel to how you enter, I believe. It's like it goes the opposite direction. So it's like if you look with the camera now, I think you can see it go up, like left, like towards the city. I think it's the gazebo thing to the right of like how you're entering now. I think it's that building thing. I'm not
Okay.
sure though.
Well, all I can do is try. Alright. Right up here, actually. I got 3.
Gabe's writing Disney's next the Disney versions of your comics.
Oh yeah.
The guy from It's Getting a Job Will Kill You just becomes a cuck instead of a loving relationship.
Alright, so.
Go way back. Yeah.
Right back?
Yeah. No, left. It's like along this wall, I think. I think. It's like on this level. Yeah, it's at the end of there. And like ghosts attack you on the little skinny bridge.
Of course they do.
Yeah, see?
Whoa. The body blocking is honestly way more dangerous than anything else.
There it is. So that's like one that you can like run and get right in the beginning of the game and just die. Like we're about to do, yeah. The most powerful boss in the game is just body blocking on a skinny bridge.
Yeah, right.
What if they made you fight a boss on the rafters in Anor Londo? Like, what if that was that would be such a funny mod. You get up to the top and then it's like Ornstein or something on the rafters. It's just something like just
something crazy.
nice.
Nice. It only took me the whole game. I think I only like upgraded it once.
Yeah.
Just like, dealt with it.
They made it super rare. The Firekeeper souls in this. There's no. It's not like Estus shards.
Right.
Do you want to fight Gwendolyn? You want to go beat up Big Titties and then go fight the guy at the end of the hallway? That's the only boss that you missed.
Hmm.
You could do that guy, or you could just beat Gwen if you
I
want
would
to.
feel bad, like, beating her big titties, you know?
There's some way you can fight him without killing her.
Really?
Yes.
That sounds preferable.
Does anyone remember how you get to where his boss room is?
I guess, like, cheats would be an easy...
Go to Anor Londo.
Okay, I can do that.
Let's look for it, because I haven't ever fought him, but I've seen playthroughs of people fighting him. I'm pretty sure it's like somehow related to going down where the painting guardians are at the ground floor. So
really?
So if you go out and then go across the bridge.
Well, you can look it up.
And then down the stairs. Don't kill the amazing chest, Chaos Mesh 64 says in all caps. He yells at his computer while he types.
Yeah, I never want to kill big titty ladies who like me. She totally likes me. I mean, did you see the way she was looking at me? She wanted it.
And she wanted you to be her guardian?
Yeah. Come on, man. I'm her one and only.
Hate how bad the cucking in entertainment has gotten. Even positioning in frames is wrong. Guys belong on the left side of the seat or driving the car. So weird seeing a man in the passenger seat.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I already moved this so that it would be towards the painting.
I never knew that was like a thing. I thought that my dad just wanted to drive because my mom's a bad driver. I didn't think it had anything to do with like.
Well, it makes sense. It's like more chivalrous to be the one leading the woman.
Yeah, it does. But if you're tired and you don't want to drive, I don't know.
It is modern day. I will drive for you. Anyways.
Let me look it up because I think it's something to do with this, but I don't see anywhere. Like there's a room, there's a circular room, and there's a statue that you can only break if Guinevere is dead, but you don't. It doesn't. That's not actually the case because you can break it otherwise. Gwendolyn. Anyway, that barbarian class that has a spiked armor, when they attack, they can use a bonus action to attack with their like spikes, meaning there's like punch or something. That doesn't do a ton of damage, meaning it's 1d4. But you still add your strength modifier to the damage. So your minimum damage is the same as if you had attacked regularly. Because your regular attack damage, let's say you're using a great axe, that would be 1d12. So you have a minimum of 1, a maximum of 12, plus your modifier, let's say 5. So you have minimum of like 6, maximum of 18. Whereas if you attack with 1d4, it's minimum of 6, maximum of 10. So the damage potential is higher from regular attack. But the standard basic bitch barbarian class, you can exert yourself to make an attack as a bonus action to get 1 extra main attack as your bonus action at the cost of gaining a level of exhaustion. And I honestly can't think of like that's such an extreme downside. And I did a campaign where it was all about like this long expedition into these like tunnels, and one of my players did that, and it was so stupid. And they did it multiple times until they like couldn't even hit things. and they were like upset and stuff, and it's like, you know, if I was running it for kids, I don't know what I would do, but yeah, that was how to find the optional boss. Dark Sun Gwendolyn. Okay.
Step 1. Smack them titties. Step 2. Ooh.
But how? Okay. So go back to the spinny place.
Yes.
And yeah, push the lever. It looks like that's what the guy did.
Okay. I might be a bit slow. Just watch in half speed, and that's how long it'll take me.
There's this weird car commercial where the dad and daughter are coming out of a car accident, and the mom shows up, and the dad runs into her arms. Oh god, it's so fucking weird.
Alright, I pushed the lever.
Alright, is there some place it connects to?
Well, there's this.
Alright, let's see what that is. Okay, go down the stairs, maybe?
Whoop.
Yeah, go in there.
Well, I mean, like, they're just...
Alright, well then just stop being a baby. Go in and then turn to the left and keep going.
Don't make fun of me.
That's the right.
I'm killing this person.
Taking too long.
Alright, I'm down the stairs. No. I'm here.
Yeah, it's the wrong way.
Okay.
Go back into the spinny place and then go down the stairs.
Big booba.
Yes.
I guess I missed a chest over there.
2 chests.
Haha.
Bunch.
Alright, kind of goes to nowhere. Unless I want to, like, jump. Should I push the lever again?
Yeah, sure. Are there 2 of these stair things? I mean, there's just two settings, right?
No, I think you can, like, twist it further. So now I go down the stairs, maybe?
Sure.
I'm just guessing, of course. But, you know. Okay. Oh, I see.
There it is, yeah.
Yeah.
You figured it out.
I'm a smart.
Okay, so I believe that statue of Gwen is an illusion.
Okay.
I think
It's a sick illusion.
you... So, attack it, maybe?
Right, let me rest.
Yeah.
Get that out of the way.
Okay. So, it looks like it won't break. So, press yourself as tightly as you can to the statue. Get as close as humanly possible. Get around the sword. Yeah. So, just as close as you can. Now, quit out.
We, using
then-
some cheaty weedies.
Continue. Loading in will break things. Okay, so it looks like...
Looks like I really do have to kill Big Titty Bitch to...
No.
No? Okay.
Because we could still use cheat engine. What you actually have to do, I believe, is jump at the statue and quit out before you land. So if you think you can do that without cheat engine, then that is what you have to do. But I think most likely we'll turn on, like...
Alright, but the game intended you to only
Yes,
get over there if you killed Big Titty Bitch.
that is correct.
Why is that? Is there a deepest lore reason?
Because she's not real. She's an illusion.
Big Titty Bitch is an illusion!
Just
What?
like the sun.
You motherfucker.
And
Why would you do that?
it,
You take all our dreams away.
and then it's her brother is Gwendolyn, who is like raised as a daughter
Right.
for some reason. I don't know.
And that's who he wanted him to be? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I thought like the whole raising Gwendolyn was like about the it was like punishment or something that he was raised as a girl or
Yes. So typically, other than like very recently, raising a boy as a girl is an intense form of like child abuse and punishment. Now it's like allegedly not, but we'll see how that turns out in a couple of years. But yeah, so it's supposed to it's supposed to show that Gwen is like not this like great like person that all the statues would perceive him to be, because he's like
yeah, hence why we kill him and then take his job.
he banished one of his sons because he was like a traitor or something, and then his other son he like made dress like a girl and locked him in a basement or something. Now he's an octopus or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what the reasoning behind that would be though. I guess maybe he just wanted all daughters. Fucking who knows.
Bears
or he was
can't
like
smell
scared
Wi-Fi?
that his son would take the throne from him or some shit. Well, I don't know. I can kill the titty girl.
Okay.
Chamber of the Princess?
If you're determined to murder her, I suppose that's...
I mean, I'll New Game Plus anyway. It's like, obviously, don't want to do it, but I gotta kill your bro. And also, you're an illusion, you're fake, right? So,
Yeah,
you're like AI. How do I kill her?
you have to hit her.
Well, I won't reach, though.
Yeah. How do we solve this problem?
With a bow.
That'll do it. What if she just like Kaijo boob slaps you? Well, you can do that.
It figures that they would make you kill, like, an obviously overly pretty woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very Dark Souls.
Yeah.
The theory is that the Big Booba Girl and Ornstein went to Drang Lake, and that's why someone with Ornstein armor appears in DS2. This theory also implies that Ornstein is an illusion in the fight. Huh. There was a lot of people who were just like,
Wow. You really have no health, lady.
And to punish you, I'm going to hide.
Yeah. Did you know? Did you know that your sister was an illusion? I'm just hearing about this, you know? I don't know if you've heard the tale. Alright,
Yeah, there's a lot of people with
what's that other bonfire called?
Dark Moon Tomb.
Is that it?
There's also a lady out there that you can fight. She's like in the third game.
Oh,
That person, whatever.
that was, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people were very dismissive of Ornstein showing up in Dark Souls 2. They were like, oh, it's just like stupid. It's not canon. So I don't know.
Candle setup. Ooh, spooky. Look at how spooky it is, guys.
Yes. Also, if you kill Smo, first Ornstein appears to be sad. Meanwhile, if you kill Ornstein first, Smo just bonks him. This reaffirms the theory, basically. Does it? I mean, Ornstein still stabs his body to get more powerful.
I don't know. You shouldn't make a game where, like, the only content is theories.
This is very true. I mean, Elden Ring, you could have a sort of cohesive story if you just, like, played through it. But, it was a little annoying seeing all the people in, like, the forums saying, like, this game is, like, for the left because it has a trans rights story is the main plot. Just like, yay. And, like, Vadi Video was like, oh man, I really hope it's a cross-dressing Nicola for the DLC. It's like, why, man?
Whoa.
Holy fuck, just 2 of those did that much damage?
Yeah, that's an awful lot. I should probably get a shield that blocks magic or something. That's a lot. That's way more than I assumed it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the Grasscrest Shield has good magic. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, I think it has the most you have, though. Oh, what's that? Oh.
Well, obviously, Hovel's stuff is just the greatest, but...
Oh, but you can't even hold it. You're not strong enough.
Yeah.
Because you've been leveling Dex like a...
Well, there's this.
Yay.
Cleansing Great Shield.
Do you know there's gay people that adopt babies and then call them gaybies?
That's actually not... That's not too bad.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright,
Got to head off to bed now. Later, everyone. Later, Gabe.
Did
Thanks
it?
so much for hanging out tonight.
warp me to the other bonfire? Oh, I guess, did I not rest at the other one?
So...
That's weird. I was quite certain that
I do apologize if I've bummed you out with my discussion of Disney and the like.
Alright, you trap. I'm gonna get you this time. I got 80 magic blockage with this. Making my way down the hallway. What the fuck was that?
That's he like does like darts he throws.
What happened to the magic? You didn't like the magic? That's better. Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
You were overthinking stuff before, huh? Just run straight into the magic.
I guess so.
You can sprint while holding the shield up, by the way. It just costs more stamina.
I literally can't even see the darts. It's so dark in this boss fight. Yeah. What is it with Dark Souls and only one light setting?
Well, to be fair, he said you'll perish in the twilight, so...
It does! It brings me back to this bonfire! Fuckers!
I think they're, like, trying to get you to have to...
Fight the other person?
Yeah, I think you're... Okay, so outside, there's the Firekeeper that you're supposed to fight, and then if you do kill her, the bonfire stops being lit. So I think they're not expecting you to have found the tomb, lit the bonfire, so you could warp to it before the fight. Because you're supposed to fight, what's her face? Cirrus of the Sunless Realms.
Yeah, well, she can wait her turn. So, like, is the whole boss fight just me chasing this dude?
Mm-hmm.
That's annoying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Still counts even if he's not there. You got a third hit in. I don't remember this fight being particularly hard, but I remember thinking that it very easily could be the most frustrating thing in the world.
Hey. Every single fucking time I heal. Jesus.
Why don't you take cover?
I was behind the pillar. That's the best I can do.
Come on.
It's the best I can do. Whatever.
Oh.
Get out of here.
He's an octopussy.
Yeah, is that why Gwen wanted people to believe that he was a girl? To hide the hideous tentacles or some shit?
I have no fucking idea.
Deepest lore. Alright.
He didn't give you any souls?
They give me a soul.
Oh, there it is.
There it is, yeah.
Oh, this room. This is where you get the gender change ring in Dark Souls 3.
Wow, so useful. Alright, I got Sunlight Blade, sweet.
I think, yeah, around the side there was items in Dark Souls 3. I don't know if there is in this.
Aww. What about the other side?
This is where you get married by impaling someone in... Maybe you had to do something for something to show up in there?
Maybe, I don't know. Right, I don't know. You think that other, person you're supposed to fight will still show up?
Yeah, probably.
I guess I can do that. I guess they also have a magic. And not that like it'll matter though. Just gonna destroy them. Ooh, it's all dark now because I killed the sun. Which was an illusion, which was a girl with big titties. It all makes sense.
Yeah. Deepest lore.
Deepest lore. Where do I fight that other person?
We're like in the main bridge.
The main bridge?
Yeah. I think you have to adjust the spinny thing.
Okay. You know, if you were gonna do a plot line where Solaire gets depressed or dies or something, you'd think it'd be after I actually kill the sun.
Because he never gets to Anor Londo, does he? Oh no, he does, because he fights Snow with you. Or
Yeah,
Snow.
yeah. It's literally only when he's like in hell that he's like, oh, I'm so depressed, I can't find the sun. And it's like, well, you're literally underground, dude. The fuck did you expect? But yeah. Also, happy endings. Should think about that. Just a thought. You can do dark fantasy, but you know, not everything has to be what was me.
I agree.
I mean, dark fantasy is essentially just the moodiness and like the horror elements. You don't also need sad endings for it to still be considered dark fantasy.
I think most like stories, it's sort of this insecurity that can't be a happy ending.
Mm.
And I think that's such a cancer. Like, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, and of course they always get the girl in the end or whatever. It's like, you exist, therefore somebody fucked somebody. That is a very realistic story. The guy gets a girl in the end. Because you were born. And people have been being born for a long time.
Yeah. All those people are also just like depressed and happy that they're depressed, if that makes any sense. It's like, wish I was never born, I hate myself, lols, you know?
It's like, similarly annoying
push it the other way.
is when someone's like talking about ancestry and they refer to like every ancestor as a rapist.
What? Yeah, that's very annoying, I would say. Indeed. Is this the main bridge that you think of?
I think the person's on the other side, though.
On the other side?
Yeah, like towards Ornstein and Smoke.
You mean like spin this again?
No, just walk straight across.
Oh. Well, that's what I was doing.
No, around.
Around?
Remember?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Over there. I mean, like, it was an illusion. Well, what do I do? No?
But how?
Also, I'm your new king.
And so you can upgrade your class.
Yep. Easy. My actions are justified.
So if Ornstein and,
I mean, if I'm gonna kill their dad anyway, you gotta kill the younglings too.
if Ornstein and, Guinevere ran off to Drang Lake, are they lovers? Did they, like, have children?
What
And
are you
they're
talking
fine.
about?
That was the theory, is that the
Oh.
reason they're, like, she's an illusion and then Ornstein was also an illusion.
Oh. And therefore they should fuck?
No. They're illusions because the real bodies left together.
Oh, I thought I would just assume that because the real bodies died or whatever.
That could be true too.
Or are in the abyss or whatever. Fucking deepest lore. Yeah, let me just... Where's my bone? I want a bone. There we go. Oh, really? It just would... I thought it would give me to the other one. That's so annoying.
Yeah.
Why would they do that to me? Don't they love me? Don't they care about me? And all these guys are dead now? Because I killed the sun?
It doesn't sound like that much of a problem.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the sun was an evil illusion, apparently, according to this lore. But that's also, like, dumb. I'm not, like, the biggest fan of the actual lore of Dark Souls. I just like cool fantasy and, the fighting aspects, the gameplay and stuff like that.
Yeah, the more... I don't know, I always just get sick of, like, super dark fantasy the more I'm immersed in it. Those, like, darker elements, there's, like, definitely merit to them, like, but I just think, like, it's almost like an incompetency with, like, writing to just have everything be, like, literally just, like, every aspect has to also be dark. It's almost the same as, like, kidifying everything. Where everything is, like...
Yeah, right.
Super bright and stuff.
Yeah, so... Go upgrade the Estus. And then, is there anything else, or just Gwen?
Just Gwen.
Just Gwen?
They said the earth was flat. It looks thick to me. Poetry. From Or Honeydew.
The deepest.
Technically, theory is that he went with her as a guard because everything went to shit here.
91,
That's it.
92. Hell yeah. Alright, so where do I go for Gwen?
Talk to the snake.
You got it.
Actually, don't talk to the snake. Just
What?
jump past him.
Okay. We'll
Kill
do.
him if you want.
Oh, he's bad?
No, you don't have to. But if you just fall into his compartment, then that's like what you're supposed to do. Otherwise, you have to go in his mouth.
Yeah. Cool place you got here. So is this where you
Yep.
cut out people's hearts and eat them?
No. Offer souls to the Lord Vessel.
There you go. Yummy.
Hey, Quantum Weasel. Did you beat the dragon? Yes. Might want to start using your souls now.
Using my souls. What's up, dude?
Piracy asks, how many Dark Knights... Also, hi, Quantum Weasel. I don't know if I said that. I think I did. How many Dark Knights do you want to fight?
Spooky dooky.
And the answer is probably none. Dark Knights, actually.
They are quite a pain, huh?
Oh, I thought you got killed in one shot.
One would hope.
So you can use Gravelord Greatsword Dance on Gwyn.
Oh yeah.
Just gonna finish him off with that.
Ah. It's the only way to do it. Otherwise, he's way too hard. Nice place you got here.
It's all like corroded.
Yeah. Oh, here he comes. Oh, he's happy. Damn.
The thing is, like, the Silver Knights are silver because they weren't burned by dragon fire. So the Black Knights were the like veterans who fought in the Dragon Wars or whatever.
Okay. Good man. And, what's the story with Gwyn being evil exactly? How'd that happen?
So he got fire, and then that was good. But then the fire eventually goes out because everything's so edgy and dark in this universe.
And then I gotta light the fire again or whatever?
Yes. Or you could not light the fire because darkness is actually the best thing. For some subjective reason that's like super deep.
Yeah, it always confused me. I feel like I don't know, Miyazaki or whoever just like hates good things too much to ever make like the good things be good.
Yeah.
You know, it's always like anti-Christian or anti-light. Any holiness is bad.
Yeah, like the standard like Japanese trope is like organized religion bad. You know, it's like the classic thing is like, oh,
but like the sun, dude. You want to live in a world without the sun?
I think dark fantasy elements are really, really useful, but
Oh, come on. Just like not even the direction. That is so... It's so delayed, it's crazy. If you could see my controller right now.
I mean, we could hear how it wasn't even delayed; it just didn't do it.
Yeah, basically. But like, why though?
That time was just because you had stamina for it.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the stamina to go up an inch.
Easy first try.
The poor, sad Dark Souls fight. Where it's like, oh, Gwyn was like a bad guy, but he wasn't that bad of a guy.
I think theoretically he was bad because he wanted to keep on having the fire last or something, and that was so bad.
I think I accidentally did a bad.
What? Why'd you do bad?
I don't know. I just thought I could rest and then explore, but then, like, it just did this.
No, there's nothing to explore, and it forces you into New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Once you beat Gwyn, so there's no more. Exploring.
But still, I like to explore.
This...
There was, like, stairs that went up, and I wanted to see what's up there.
Oh. I could teleport you back there.
It's fine. Is there any, like, end credit scene or anything?
Yeah, they get
Is that just like the
they
ending?
get shawarma.
The ending is I get covered in fires.
No, the after credit scene is they go
They
get,
make me into a girl.
no they go get shawarma at the shawarma place. And Iron Man is there and everything.
They're just like hanging out after filming, like, whew, that was a doozy, huh?
Man, you really ate his lunch.
I mean, the last boss is supposed to be easy. For some deep reason, so you know. But yeah, we got through all of it. We did the Dark Souls.
Glad
Didn't
I
even
got-
take that long, actually.
Yeah.
It's only midnight.
Yeah.
Mm.
New Game Plus.
The plusiest.
Glad I got to be here for the ending. Glad, me too. Glad. Hey, Jamie Rose.
Yeah, I guess.
What's going on?
Final thoughts. I like it. I see why other people like it. Though granted, it's not my favorite Dark Souls. Still can't say it's my favorite. It's good, but like obviously there are some areas that are just like overly annoying, and there's a lot of dark areas, and I don't like squinting 90% of my gameplay, you know? So that's a very big personal me thing that would make me not enjoy a game more.
Who was your favorite boss?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
I think mine might be the Taurus demon, but I'm just a sucker for minotaurs.
You know, that's a good boss for like opening up with.
Yeah, he's cool. I mean, I do like my minotaurs, so.
Yeah.
I don't like his axe though. It's like when you actually get it in your hands, it's like all like flat on the tip, like it's not like a sharp axe, and then it's all like cracked and stuff. So, and it's got random like shrubs on it. Those random little like weedy branches. All the stuff I want to scrap and follow for.
I don't remember the name, but I think my favorite boss might just be like that super simple guy at the end of Sen's Fortress.
Oh, you know, he's my favorite. Yeah, that's right.
He's super
He's fun.
simple, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a big buff guy, just like whacking you. Something like charming about it.
And like that of all boss fights, it feels the most reasonable that he should knock you off, because
Of course, yeah.
you get to the top of the tower and it's very like Mario 64, where like you're like, oh no, I don't want to fall off now that I'm at the top. So
Right.
I kind of liked his aspect of like knocking you back with the wind and like potentially knocking you down, because it's
Yeah.
also it's not a bad run back to the boss. Like the bonfire's like right there, so it's like it's not like it doesn't make you put you in a bad mood if you have to try again. Although I don't think I've done a lot of retries on him.
Yeah. Although, yeah, I'm not sure if there's any like boss fights from Dark Souls 1 that really hit me in the same way that other bosses from Dark Souls games have. without trying to offend anyone who's like, this is my favorite Dark Souls, best Dark Souls fight ever.
Lowry's favorite was the Gaping Dragon.
That is a good one, actually, yeah.
It's certainly a cool looking boss.
Yeah. It's good. I do like fighting monsters, but I feel like favorites are usually like humanoid type cool guys, you know? Yeah.
Back in the asylum.
This is the opening that I skipped. If you guys want to watch that all the way at the end of me finishing Dark Souls 1.
Hell yeah. Bloodborne next. They don't have a...
I don't have Bloodborne, yeah.
They don't have a piss quads.
We can play the Pinocchio Dark Souls.
You have to finish Dark Souls 3, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. We can do the final boss of Dark Souls 3 and the DLC.
Both DLCs.
Oh yes, that's right.
Frida is quite hard. I have to reinstall Dark Souls 3.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't try to answer the question of who the heck threw you the soul at the beginning of this.
Oh, you know who it is. It's Oscar.
Who?
Oscar.
Who's that?
He's the guy who gives you Estus Flask. You see him here. He peeks over the lip and like...
Well, it's just normal knight armor.
Yeah, but there's only one guy in the asylum with that armor.
Have I seen him?
Yes.
Where is he?
It's in the beginning.
No, where? In the...
After the boulder falls through that wall, the ball goes down the stairs, breaks the wall, and you talk to that guy, and he gives you the key, and he gives you the Estus Flask in the beginning of the game.
Oh, he was in the cage.
It's not a cage, it's just like a room, but yeah.
Okay, then I have no idea who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't remember. Just no idea. Well, anyway. Yummy.
They lost.
Did Oscar have a happy ending?
No, he dies.
Oh.
Right in the beginning, and then I think he comes back
Explains
as a
why
hollow.
I don't remember him then.
Every single character goes insane in this game. Other than like some of the merchants or like the blacksmith guy. The blacksmith guy makes it to Dark Souls 3, but in Dark Souls 3...
The blacksmith guy is the best, though.
Yeah, in Dark Souls 3, the giant guy is like dead. And like everybody's dead. Everybody's dead.
Dying.
Bad. And
even like when you can't die, everyone's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Deepest lore.
If I could, I would send you my PS4 with the Bloodborne physical copy. That is more than too generous.
We can play the Bloodborne D-Make. That was just like done as a project on Steam.
You can also, I think, emulate Bloodborne on PC now. But not with like super great, like I think there's some bugs and stuff, but like Xbox games are very hard to emulate, but PlayStation games aren't. Play Saints Row 3.
No.
Unfortunately, the creator of the Bloodborne D-Make is a psychopath.
Really?
Do tell. What?
But you can pet the dogs in that.
Can you?
Yeah, there's like a code that you can put in at the beginning where you can make all the dogs friendly and you can just walk up to them and pet them. So you don't get attacked by them.
Let Gurgi in there to hunt the rats. Yeah, Gurgi wouldn't hunt anything. If you want to see Gurgi, I can call him in here.
Oh, I think he's sleeping.
What actually won the poll of stuff to play next? Oh, I guess I should go check. I'm a guy, right?
I don't know. We played Dark Souls 1, whatever second thing, I guess, that got the votes on the poll.
More Dark Souls 1 at 39%, and then Fighting Game Stream at 33%, and then Dark Souls 3 Final Boss at 28%.
Well, there you go. We got to set up a fighting game
And
stream.
then the poll before that was Vampires Masquerade Bloodlines at 60%.
Oh, we got to set up that too.
Yeah. Should do a fighting game stream at some point.
Yes. I guess that's the next poll. It's, what is it, vampires or fighting game stream?
He has BLM, ACAB, and the trans flag in his Twitter.
Yikes.
Yikes, what is ACAB?
All cops are bastards. Yeah, very nice thing to go around saying.
I don't understand how you're like, all cops are bastards, but then...
And then, like, when someone breaks into your house, it's like, help me!
But then it's like BLM, it's like, all of them are good, but then all people that have a certain job are bad. It's like,
Yeah.
ugh.
It's the most, like, black and white view as they can see the world, where it's just only good and bad. No individualism. I will just attach a topic and then label it good or bad. It's like, it's a child's thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I retain my vote for Vampire the Masquerade. That is a solid option. Yeah. Well, I suppose we could have like multiple fighting game streams.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, there's also choosing the fighting game, I guess. We'll have, like, multiple options, depending on what you guys own and what you want to jump in on.
Yeah. Also, something recently that Best Buy is discriminating when hiring. They made
I heard about that, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's a lot of companies. I know some of those in charge of hiring like engineers, and they're barred from hiring any more white people, and they're always the best candidates. So it's like he has 0 applicants that are black, and he has to hire a black. So he like just can't hire anyone. So like, and then a lot of times what happens with a lot of departments is like you have to expand the department because you'll hire someone that's a diversity hire and they're useless, and so they turn into just like what's called a bullet sponge, meaning someone who just like no matter how bad they mess up, they don't get fired.
Right.
And so they just leave them alone and don't give them anything important to do, and then they expand the department so they can hire more non-diversity hires, more white people or Asian people or whatever.
Yeah, more people who actually do the work.
Yeah.
So it's basically just a giant business expense.
Yeah, he already has too many Hispanics. He has to hire a black now, so he doesn't. And Asians like don't count at all. They're basically just white people.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, as far as like his quotas go, so he has to hire a black person. So, but there's just none. Nobody knows applying for the job. So.
Not like they have to, but you know,
yeah.
that's the stupidity of affirmative action.
Yeah. I have a Nintendo Switch and I have Mario Kart and Smash Bros. Oh, that's another thing.
Ooh, Smash Bros. I wouldn't really... I mean, like, we have the Switch, but we will have to deal with the delay, right? So that's, like, an issue. Actually, I wonder if it would be less delayed if it was just, like, up to that monitor.
Oh, it would still be delayed. It's a $16
Okay.
piece, so it's going to have a huge delay.
Okay.
But, you know, maybe
I just
maybe
like
they need
assumed
that
it would be
handicap.
like faster. But yeah.
I can deal with the delay. Oh no, we're talking about if we were playing on Switch.
Yeah, we would have a delay.
There would be like, there's like a palpable, like almost a second delay from, we have this like $16 capture card that's just like super cheap, and then that goes through the capture card into the monitor, so that capture card is what it's streaming through.
they layered my hair a little bit odd. My hair is super uneven.
Yeah. Maybe it's supposed to look like that, so it's like...
I don't know why it would look like that. If like at the other side, it's relatively fine.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you take all your hair and put it together, it makes like a...
This one strand is like just super long.
I don't know.
Sorry, I got distracted. It's late. It's late at night. I'm looking at my hair.
Would you like to try King Fighters 98 on Steam Remote Play with me tomorrow? See what you think. Yeah, you want to do? Do you want to do fighting games tomorrow?
We can certainly do that. What game? King of Fighters?
Yeah. I'm gonna see what I have installed on Steam and like pop some games on there. I wonder if the other fun one is Dead or Alive. That one's pretty fun.
Yeah, but we...
I have to see if it works, though.
Yeah, we have trouble getting it to work.
Yeah,
it's
it was
always...
like in slow-mo or whatever. I think I fixed it, though.
Okay. It's really just more so a matter of, like, changing the settings a billion times.
Yeah.
But can definitely do that.
So, I guess, happy story time.
Oh, yeah.
So cleanse your palate of all the
all the Dark Souls.
all the Dark Souls, and all the closest we'll get to Keijo season 2 is Dead or Alive.
Yeah, right. Apparently, like the creator got like screwed over in that anime, and that's why he won't make anymore. I don't know the details.
Not screwed over
though.
by the anime. He was in a conflict with like the publisher or something.
Oh.
Like, apparently the publisher just, I don't know, they like didn't believe in the manga or something like that, or they dropped him, or he stopped doing it in order to change who was his publisher, or something like that, or some kind of conflict I don't quite understand.
Something with his contract.
So a separate company wanted to produce the anime, not to promote the manga, but just because they thought it would be a good anime to make.
Right.
And he said yes, and even though he wasn't going to make any money from more manga sales, they did it just because they wanted to make anime sales. And it worked. They made a bunch of money on making Cage. So like, the people who made the anime made out well. The people who made the manga didn't really see a huge rise in sales because I think people heard about the story when they looked into it, that the creator wasn't making money from it, and then
I don't know.
the creator did see more sales in whatever he's working on now. I don't know what he like I saw some interview, like some like text interview, and he was like, does it bother you that you're not making money on the Cage? And he's like, no. And he's like, why did you accept it? And he's like, I thought people would enjoy it or whatever, and you know, I don't have any hard feelings. It's whatever, you know.
Yeah, it is still nice to see like an animated version of something you created, you know.
I think it just seemed like he had moved on to this new project, and so he was so kind of into that, so he wasn't. I don't know. No, I mean, maybe he's just answering the questions by text, just super like neutrally. But
yeah.
what anime? Keijo. So it's like Keijo. It's this.
It's a parody anime.
It's
Where
girls
it's
in. There's actually in one of the Dead or Alive things. It's one of the modes you fight in or something.
Yeah, you're playing Keijo.
So you're on like a floating platform in a pool, and then they hit each other with their boobs and butts in order to knock each other into the water.
Yes.
And then they make it very extreme in Dragon Ball Z and stuff. And,
yeah, they make it like a sports anime.
Yeah.
But it's like super over the top, obviously satire.
Yeah.
But people were mad about it anyway.
it was so funny. Like they named.
It was really funny. Yeah.
They named all the moves and stuff. There's some stuff from one of them was like this fat girl has like an ass slam attack, and it's called Butt-ack on Titan.
Yeah.
Like Butt-ack on Titan. and they animate her as though she's the Titan crushing the wall or whatever. And there's some other show where it's like Gate of Babylon is someone's final attack in like ReZero or something like that. And then it's Gate of Bootylon, where like a bunch of portals open and asses pop out of the portals, and then they like slam into the person, like knock them off the thing. And the main character does like an ass slam that like breaks the sound barrier. She has to do all these flips to activate it.
Yeah, by the way, none of this stuff is like illegal in this sport.
Yeah.
The one thing that they say is illegal is rocking your boobs back and forth because it's titty hypnosis.
Ah, yes.
And it will freeze your targets. It's super dangerous.
Yes.
You can't do
that.
that.
That
was
a banned
illegal,
move, right?
yeah. It was banned. But everything else is okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you spell Keijo. It's super funny. Definitely worth watching. But when it came out, people at my college were like so upset about it, to the point where like a stranger would be like, "Do you watch anime?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then they're like, "What?" It's like, "Well, I'm curious what your opinion on Keijo is," and I'm like, "What? I have no fucking idea." And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry." There's like, "What are you Who are you? What is happening?"
And who are you to ask about Cage?
Who are you to ask about the titties?
Right.
And then like, people would tell me about it. I was like, "Well, that sounds like a gargantuan waste of my time to watch," and I didn't care about it. Like, I just didn't expect it to be like very good, because also I was surrounded by these like lol so random people, and like knowing that they were like laughing themselves to frothing at the mouth, I just couldn't stand it. And people acted as though it was literal footage of someone being beaten to death with a hammer. Like they acted like it was like the most horrific thing they'd ever seen, and they talked about it in these like grim tones, and I was like, "Are you retarded?" Like, and this is before like people were like, "Oh, you can't say retarded," and I was like, "Yes, I can definitely say retarded." There was no. It's like, what are you like? And it's like, oh, but that's like, retarded people feel bad. It's like, if you can feel bad about being called retarded, that's not who I'm talking to. This is freshman year. I was less beaten down by the system. I was less afraid of saying stuff. But yeah, I was like, listen, this is an anime about this is anime titties that you're like literally on the verge of tears about. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. Definitely no one else cares. No one cares.
Correct. Yes.
But they acted like it was the most grim and dark like state of humanity.
It's literally just like a comedy. It's just a joke.
And I'm not kidding when people really talked about it like it was footage of someone being murdered, like it was a real person being killed, it's just like, I don't know, someone played like the trailer or something. These people are like standing around like sad and like grim, staring at the screen. I was like, guys, why are you even watching this? Like, what is happening? But anyway, it is very funny. I never get tired of Adam's college stories. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad I can give some amount of enjoyment. Yeah, the reaction to Keijo was so bizarre. I don't even.
Yeah. No, I remember. Because it was online too. A bunch of people who had never seen it were talking bad about it just because of the premise, without understanding that it was supposed to be ridiculous.
The main girl has booty Sharingan. Is that true? I thought there was a girl who can like, if she touches an ass, then she can like.
Yeah, copy her moves.
Yeah, that's not the main person though. That's someone else.
Yeah, that's the side bitch. That's the best friend or whatever.
The people you went to college with are such wackos. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, the happy story. I told like part of it before, but I guess there's like even more details. So I was telling a story about this guy who he didn't like the episode of Deadliest Warrior where the samurai and the Viking fight and the samurai wins. And it is bullshit. Like, all the tests they did, it really would make more sense for the Viking to win. It was like, let's test the katana, and then they cut the ring mail, like, just hack at it, and nothing happens, right? Because nothing would happen. And then like at the end, and then they were like, oh well, they could just cut him in the legs, and then they're just like, what? But they didn't do any further tests. And then when the numbers came across, it was like 40 or 50% of the victories for the samurai were from the katana. It's like, well, what? You tested it and it couldn't cut through anything. So like, what's going on? Like, why is that the numbers?
You're right.
Anyway, there's no simulation. They just made up whoever wins. But
Yeah.
but anyway, they.
I'm pretty sure the simulation is just them talking in a room about different scenarios.
Yeah, maybe
But,
not even.
But you
that.
know, that's always going to be biased.
Maybe not even that. So anyway, he wrote like this giant dissertation on Facebook about it. It was a guy. This is a guy who went to the same comic book shop as me. He writes this big, giant like dissertation about it, and it ends with him going like in all caps, "All hail the gods of the West. All hail like the men of the West." Hail Odin, like is like in all caps, like he's like, you know, and I just thought that was like really funny that like you know, he encapsulated it all and just like you know, I was just imagining this guy being like, "Hail the gods of the West, hail Odin."
I just imagine like the lightning shooting behind him and everything. Yeah.
And I just appreciated how like passionate that guy got. I was very annoyed too, but I wasn't like screaming at the gods of the West, you know. Anyway, I told that to people that were much more like politically inclined than me, and they were very upset that this person lived. They wished he would be dead, and they were like, "Well, he's never gonna get a girlfriend because you know, they're imagining this like Daily Show kind of propaganda where it's like there's no attractive conservative women." And I would say the inverse is most certainly true, and I would say that that's most certainly true even before you have all like the body modifications and the shaving the heads and stuff. Yeah. So anyway, as soon as I said that, it dawned on me at the time. I was like, oh no, he did have a girlfriend. And then I was thinking like, yeah, she was smoking. She was a ballerina, but then she had to quit being a ballerina because her boobs got too big, and apparently her butt too, and nothing else.
Reason to quit, yeah.
Because she was very, very thin, except for having big honkin' mammaries, and yeah, they also were like pagan, right? They're like, you know, very
right.
thunder cracks, and part of their religion was like observed by fucking, and so like, you know, they were like I don't know, it's like you know, you have like magic on Fridays, but Fridays is named after Freya, which is the god of not love but like lust or whatever. So he would be called away by his woman to go fuck on after like Friday Night Magic or whatever. So anyway, somewhere out there is a guy who believes that the Vikings should win, and Deadliest Warrior is very, very pagan, and he fucks a lot. Probably has like 14 children at this point. I said 13 before, probably had another while we were talking.
It's just how much they're fucking.
Yeah, this guy was just very thoroughly enjoying being Nordic and fucking a ballerina with big fucking triple F's, triple H's. She's like a wrestler in her bra.
And that's your happy story for the night.
That's a fun anecdote to tell on a first date. I'm too voluptuous to be a dancer. I was like playing against her because they needed one more person for like it to be odd or even or whatever it was, and then she like mentioned that and like something I don't know, it somehow, I don't remember how it came up, but then like she said that and I looked down, I'm like, oh, and then she's like, yeah. I'm like,
yeah,
fair,
that's right,
fair, dude.
Correct. Alright, I guess we should be ending the stream soon.
ever feel that most gay people are kind of just settling seems so easy that I can't help but think they don't want to do the legwork to make it work with the opposite gender. Maybe, or they want ghost powers.
Yeah, there's also that.
Yeah. I'll tell you one more happy story. Somewhere out there, this was something that was told to me with like great, grim tidings. Like someone was like, at my school was very upset that this existed, but there's some like there's some subgroup of gay people that gay guys, right? Which are like super like masculine gym bros who hate women. Like they actively hate women. They're like these misogynistic whatevers. And I always think about that line where it's like, oh, well, they'll never get a... That was the thing that was very popular freshman year. It was like, oh, they'll never get a girlfriend because Jon Stewart said that they won't get a girlfriend. And I just imagine them like, some girl being at a gym and then saying that to some, like, this gay sexist pig, and then be like, good, because I like cock. And then just like, hey, bro, want to go fuck? It's like... Yo, bro, you want some cock? It's like, yeah, bro. Let's go fuck. Let's go be gay. Let's become ghosts.
Let's become ghosts?
Let's become let's fucking Danny Phantom it, dude.
Jeez.
Oh.
Stop.
Anyway, sounds like the homies over hoes crowd. Yeah, literally. They're the homos over hoes. But someone told me that, and they were very serious and upset about it, and I was dying laughing at the idea that, like, this existed, and then also that someone would be, like, so sad that it existed, rather than just amused that there's, like, some dudes out there just like...
Yeah, I find that pretty amusing.
The primary customer of a shake weight, where they're like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking jerk so good. I'm gonna fucking
jerk so hard. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I gotta really do this shake weight. Like...
I mean, there was, like, that one movie called Bros, and I thought that was going to be the premise of that movie, is just, like, super misogynistic gay men or something.
I think
but then, like, it turns out it was just some run-of-the-mill social justice nonsense, which is a shame, because that would be a super funny movie if it's just like, what's up, bro? You want to go have sex?
You want to fuck? You want to fag it up, bro? Yeah. Want to get a dick in it? Yeah?
Yeah?
Want to get some reps of my cock? Huh?
Nerd.
That would be so fucking funny.
That would have been a funny movie.
Honestly, if they had a movie where it was like incredibly misogynistic gay people, it would just be so... It'd be so funny. Just imagine, like, the trailer, right? It just opens up with, like, guys like, bros, my mom died. And they're like, nice, one less bitch! And, like, give them a big high five.
If she breathes, she's a thought, bro.
And they're like, you want to get fucked? Yeah, bro, celebrate! Just, like, let's get some, like, pina coladas, man. Like, just, bro. Like, and they're all, like, using shake weights in the gym.
Let's get some pump. You pump it to me, bro.
It's like, hey bro, are you finished with your set with that shake weight? It's like, no bro, but you got my cock. And they're like, nice dude, let's get some sucking. Like, that would be the best movie. That would be so funny. And then, like, it has gay stuff in it, so then that's, like, somehow good or something, right? So that's all the diversity or whatever.
Right, that's all the diversity you need.
Yeah, and then just randomly you could just have a guy who's very clearly a man be like, you know, I was a woman, and they're like, oh, dude,
bro.
Like,
don't like that, bro.
No, you can't have that. It has to be like, they have to be like, nice, you got rid of one more woman or something.
Bitch?
Yeah,
God.
one less bitch, dude. Like, and then like a woman gets hit by a car in front of them, and they're like, nice, she's dead. High fives. It's like, you wanna go be gay, bro? Like, it's like, Just like stupid.
So fucking just like constantly having sex through the whole movie.
And then they have to like add like the punching sound effect from old like 80s movies where it's like literally a guy who's like full-handed slapping a turkey in like a sound studio is like what those 80s punches are. And they have to do that for the sex, and they have to have full conversations while having sex, and just like have it be this like ridiculous smacking noise. And like you know when guys do that, like they go like, oh, what a jerk off or whatever, like, and they go oh, like they make that noise. That's how they have to sound when they like give like blowjobs in the movie. They'd be like oh, like that, like really like offensive sounding, like making fun of someone sucking
another we got a stream on this channel, age restricted. And now I'm thinking we're heading in that direction for this Dark Souls stream.
I think we should get this age restricted.
I don't even like the reason why you got this other stream age restricted is because of the bloodiness of the game or something. I don't know.
Yeah, if anyone remembers the stream with it was like Rise Son of Rome or whatever. It was the one where the random guy like comes up and like kills me, I think. Like I'm like talking to the chat, and then like a guy just walks past all the NPC soldiers and just like murders me. I was like, why do I even have an army? They literally don't do anything. Apparently that one, but I think it's because the title of the stream is like connecting with my ancestors or something like that.
I don't know.
Because
that would be such a stretch.
But someone would have to flag it, right? Mm-hmm. So they probably just opened it up.
It's also possible that they're flagging the game itself. Did you do any other streams with that game, I guess?
Mm-hmm. Okay. A bunch.
Yeah. Well, it was just that one specific one, so yeah, you're probably right.
We went from happy story to happy ending.
Yeah, there you go.
Just know not only is there's some bros out there that are living their best life and horrifying all of the rest of the intersection feminists. There's also some pagan dude out there who's just like literally religiously fucking the shit out of his like ballerina, his big titty ballerina, and living on a like I asked what happened to that guy because I hadn't seen him in a while, and then someone was like, oh, he's out living on his compound or whatever, and it's like as if he's like living a bad life, and it's like, dude, that dude just like, bought a compound to go fuck his bitch like 24/7. Sounds like they're gonna be like producing a whole fucking Viking longship of.
Feels like they're making an army to take over the United States.
So, anyway, that guy's doing great in life, and yeah.
Alright.
Anyway,
I guess
here's a Gurgi if anyone is.
Yes, cute doggo.
Cute doggo. Hello, doggo.
For anyone who that story wasn't happy enough for.
We do have a doggo who is also cute.
All the bros out there who want all the bitches to be gone. You got doggo.
That's such a good. That'd be such a funny movie.
Yeah.
Just like as offensive as you could possibly make it, while also just having lots of gay stuff, so that it's like somehow acceptable. That'd be great. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Really appreciate you guys being here. It's really cool. We have like.
And we'll catch you on the next stream. Maybe what are we playing on the next stream?
Maybe fighting games.
Maybe fighting games.
We can't go too late tomorrow night because I had to talk to my buddy about story stuff.
That's right. Well, we can do it another. We can do it another night. We can do it Tuesday.
We could do it early.
We can.
Because he was saying like after midnight or something. Is when he could talk. But he might be free earlier. So.
Okay.
So, anyway.
Okay. Well, good night, everyone.